All of your thoughts. Now go ahead.
This video is unavailable. Here with 5,000. Let me go ahead and refresh this.
That's what I'm doing. There it is.
I do recall that two people did. I am missing two dice rolls for who will give the recap.
It's because I'm not doing it.
Or the
I
trucker
heard,
boots
I
to
heard someone echoing.
Echo?
Is it just me?
My bad. Pro streamer over here. Good morning. Wait, no, it's definitely evening. What's up, you guys? How's it going? Happy evening. Let's go to some cams. Camera cam. Hi. Oh, I forgot to turn all my shit on. No, I didn't. Where'd it go? That's supposed to be on there. Hello. Good morning. How are you? I'm really sorry about the time delay. My computer decided to F up right as like 5 minutes till, and I have no idea why. But I had to do a whole restart and get everything situated, but I'm really sorry about being so late. I can still hear you. They're talking about me and shit. Anyway, who's ready to start some D&D? Okay, I'm going to mute you guys. I hope that you guys are pumped for some D&D today. Happy Friday. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. And also, thanks for coming to the YouTube stream earlier if you did that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Form, good morning. Husher, good evening. And Joe and Tay, happy time zone. My brain's not okay. Dr. Overdose, you're here. Oracle, what's up? How are you? Welcome back. Mother Trucker, how you doing? Silent, you're here too. I love it. And JJ, welcome back as well. Redial, how are you today? Silent, I am not Laura Croft. If I missed anybody. Hi, Anita, how are you? Hold on a minute. Chat highlights. It says it's on. Something's not right. So I'm probably gonna miss a bunch of messages, but that's okay. All right, who's ready to go to some D&Ds? I hope you are, because I am. Here we go. Say hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Good morning. Oh, it's a little loud, actually.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Muy bien, gracias.
No. English, please. Don't make me ban you.
That's all the Spanish I know.
Time out!
We've ran out of Spanish already.
We'll do a quick intro. Wait a minute, my music.
We need an order for the intro.
No, we don't. It's the same every time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where do I
Hi, I'm Potaytosaurus. You may know me because this is my channel. and in this game of D&D, I play Caroused. Over here, I play Caroused. I am a Wood Elf Ranger. And if you want to know any other information, by the way, Form, who's an absolutely amazing person, has made this fantastic quest line. It's an up-to-date play-by-play of what happens in each session. Today is session 3, and I'm excited to see what happens. Let's go to Silent next.
Hello, I am Sad Silent. I'm also moderator of the channel playing Yuki Sato. Happy to be here.
Husher?
I am Husher, the Game Master, Dungeon Master, Chief Goblin Lord, and single and ready to mingle for anybody who do you think.
Mother Trucker!
Mother Trucker, I'm playing Brea. I'm not single and ready to mingle.
Why is this a thing? Why is this
I'm
a thing?
Garmy. Garmy is divorced. I myself am not. I'm a forest gnome wizard.
Silent, do we need to go back and talk about are you single?
I like chocolate desserts and I enjoy long walks to the fridge at night.
Oh my god. Okay. So we every week we roll to see. Well, wait a minute. Do we want to do a recap first, or do we want to do some dice rolls first?
Whichever.
You guys want to do dice rolls?
Let's do dice rolls first. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
All right,
do
so-
something
great.
new this week, where we're gonna give people a little bit of time to come into chat, get cozy, get the popcorn, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna do some dice face-offs. Maybe Husher can explain a little bit more. There's incentives for us
There's incentive for the winner.
for the
There's
winner.
a winner, so we can hope, right? So, all right. So what we're gonna do is very simple. So I will choose 2 of you to roll against each other, just a straight D20, just one. No advantage, no disadvantage. And then whoever wins the best 3 rolls out of 5 we'll move on to the next round. So for round 1, I vote it is Silent versus Potatosaurus, and then it will be Garmy versus Brea, right? So best 3 out of 5 dice rolls. And then whoever wins each of those first rounds,
Oh, sorry.
whoever wins each of those will then, the winners of both their first initial rounds will then battle each other 3 out of 5. And then I will roll against whoever the winner is, and they will be granted some type of boon that will benefit them during the game, during the night.
Oof.
I don't know what's happening right now.
He's coming in strong.
The second I get into combat, it's gonna be like a 2 watch.
Twos all around.
I keep pushing the wrong thing. Roll. Who's keeping
One
track of
more
these?
win for Yuki.
You guys started without me. I'm not even looking at the
And
game
there
board.
goes
You guys
the
are all
2.
rolling
How many
dice
do we
like
do?
animals. Best 3 out of 5, right? So
Wait,
That was my
Yuki's
third one.
rolled like a million times.
No,
That was my third one.
Yuki's done 3.
Oh,
You've done
things have been
2.
okay. Oh, you got a 2. Okay.
Oof. Speak it into existence.
1 to 2.
Wasn't that my third? That was my third, right?
Yeah,
So you
you've
have to
won
win
once.
3 out of
Yuki's
5.
won twice.
So we both roll again.
You
Yeah.
both roll again.
Oh wait. Okay. Oh, by 1.
Yuki wins that one.
Good job,
Okay.
Yuki.
Okay, Brea.
Clear the chat.
All right.
Damn.
Just one at a time. Just one roll, then the other roll. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So
Oh.
we're gonna have to do. Yeah. That's, so you
Oh.
each have 0 right now. So we're starting again. So it's good.
Oh my goodness.
What the?
What the fuck?
This is it. This is the rest of stream.
I know. It's just these two rolling the same numbers. Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
there we
So
go.
finally, we have a winner. Right. So 13. So Garmy, you won 1, right? No. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
You
Brea
lost.
won.
So Brea's up by 1, right?
Yeah.
So Brea has 1.
Oh, jeez.
Garmy has
1 1.
1 and 1.
What is happening?
Garmy has 2 to 1. There are a lot of dice on the screen. 2 to 2, neck and neck.
I cannot keep up with this.
Oh, jeez. GG's.
3 to 2.
Whew, as a nail biter. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that chat. So I will call out so it's less confusing who rolls. So it is
So
Garmy
it's not
via
out of
silent.
It's not out of
Got
5.
it.
It's out of 3.
Well, you have to have 3 wins out of 5 rolls.
Oh.
Oh my
Just-
dear God. Okay.
Let's do
Alright,
it a
so-
little bit slower. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. So okay. So Yuki rolled. Garmy, go for it.
Okay.
All right. So that is 1.
A
Wow.
little slower.
Silent.
My bad,
Silent
my
won't
bad.
even wait for me. All right. So it's 1. Okay. So go ahead, Garmy.
Oh.
Oof.
1 and 1.
Okay.
All right, go for it. Okay. All right. Don't worry, Garmy. You know his rolls are gonna go to shit soon.
You
All right.
know, you know.
Oh.
Oh, 2 for silent.
All right. Watch me still lose though.
2 to 1. All right.
Two and
2 to 2.
2 to 2. It's a nail biter, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down to the wire. Let's get ready to roll. Oh, yeah. Never mind. That's copyrighted.
That's.
We're not gonna use that one. All right. Let's go again. All right.
Ooh. Come on, 17 or higher.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
it's an even.
Reprieve, ladies and gentlemen. He bounces off the ropes.
All right. One more. I'm fucking scared.
2 to 2.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Oh, come from behind victory by the
Wow.
gnome.
Wow.
All right.
GG's.
All right.
All right, so now it's me versus you, Husher.
It's me and you. Me and
Chief
you.
Goblin Ward versus the Master Wizard.
And this is for what do you get again if you win?
So we'll keep it simple this time. You can automatically roll a natural 20 at any time you want.
Okay.
One time. Single use, automatic natural 20.
I like it. Do I have to use it this session, or does it last until I use it?
Expires today. You have to use it at least once or it goes away.
He is a wizard after all.
So,
Ooh.
best out of 3 still, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like your dice.
All right, go again. Let's do this.
Oh.
1 and 1. All right, go Garmy, go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
2 to 1.
Wow.
Oh no.
The double too. Oof.
I didn't even look at the screen.
Form,
Woo!
Form said
Alright.
if Garmy wins, Husher's 100% going to kill him off tonight.
So what's the score right now? 1-1 still?
Is that,
One,
how
two.
that maths out? So we need to do this.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. So they're all here. So you won the first roll. I won the second roll. I won the third roll, so 2 to 1, and then I rolled a 7, so that was I had three
Three
wins.
2s in a row.
The dice are a fickle mistress.
Get them all out now.
So that's 3 for Husher and 1 for Garmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
No
that's all she
boon.
wrote.
Man, we all lost.
So close together. All right. Do you want a
Maybe
sudden
we
death?
just like got
We'll do
our
a sudden death.
bad dice rolls out.
Rigged.
We'll
Sudden
do a sudden death.
All
What
of
does
us
that
is
mean?
One more roll.
You all will roll against me, and if you win, whoever rolls wins, right? So you all roll. I will roll against all of you,
Okay.
right? So it's just a final round. It's just like come from behind victory, right?
Okay.
So we'll roll one time.
Can you clear the thing before
Yeah,
Silent rolls? Because I know he wants to
I
do
know,
it right
right
away.
click. Oh, in there. So you go ahead and roll, and whoever gets the highest roll will get the boon.
Dear fucking God, this is not the day.
Get them all out now.
Get the bad
Missing a
rolls out
mouse.
now.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
oh shit.
Nice.
Is that win? Wait,
Right?
Husher, you roll 2? I win! I'm the wiener!
Nice.
Nice. All right, so you get to choose at any time. You can roll one natural 20. You could change any dice roll to a natural 20, or choose a natural 20 when you make whatever that action is.
Okay.
Just remember that. I will not
Okay.
remind you because
Well,
I'm
can somebody
sandbagging
remind
the
me,
game.
'cause-
Yeah. When it's like pivotal, like you have that natural 20, right?
That
Okay.
automatic
yeah,
success.
That like the reminder will be good.
Chat will remind you.
Perfect.
What the hell? Why didn't you use your natural 20?
So now we're doing recap, right?
Recap.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
So we're
Silent
also-
wanted the honor, right?
We're also rolling every week to see, and I guess the person who gets the highest dice roll is gonna do the recap, which doesn't make any sense to me. But that's
Well,
how
we
it
did
works.
one-
Sorry, you want
And-
here? Let's do it again. We'll do it. Roll. Everybody roll. Whoever gets lowest. If you're gonna complain, do it again.
Excuse me, I got comfortable with not doing the intro here.
Yeah.
So next week we'll do lowest. Lowest next week we'll do the.
Yeah, I just started
recap.
sweating.
So Silent will do the recap
Okay, I'm
of
gonna miss
last
some things,
week's session.
so. Okay, we got our man Tarak, who came early in the morning, woke all of us up, no breakfast. He came to introduce himself and ask a favor. He needed some mushrooms from a cave that I believe were like heavily guarded or something, so he needed 4 badasses to get on that.
That's us.
We
We're the
also
badasses.
noticed a mark on him somewhere that looked like he might have been from the Thieves Guild. That's questionable. We'll get back to that
Oh.
later.
I missed that.
We also needed to go aboard this like shipwreck that I honestly forgot why. Why did we do that?
Because it was producing the zombies.
Right, the zombies were coming from there, and we needed to solve this problem. I remember now. On that shipwreck, we started looking around. Garmy did his little wizardy stuff. He found out that there was something magical below deck. Kiros, which is Taylor's character, went up on the top of the ship to play with the steering wheel that does not work, and she broke it. And then some zombies got loose. We fought those zombies. They were nothing. They're pretty much just like small fry. But then we woke up something a little bit bigger up top, a little bit scarier. It was a giant harpy. All these elves and half elves and gnomes, they were just completely unaffected by the harpy, but my basic ass got like charmed by it. I started climbing a rope each turn to get closer to this death bird. It almost ate me, But luckily, we have Brea, this barbarian, just yeeted a fucking spear through its chest, sent it into the water. So Yuki Sato is still currently alive thanks to that. And I believe that is just about where we left off. Somebody want to?
There's a magic essence somewhere in the lower part of the ship, right? I think that's kind of an important thing.
Somewhere.
Can I just vote that he does it every single time?
That was amazing.
That was perfect.
That was great.
so
amazing.
good.
No. We take turns.
Let the dice decide.
Well, I thought it was good.
Very good.
Cool
Golf
beans.
clap.
Better than I could have done it. Gnome clap.
Gnome clap.
What is that?
Gnome. That's how the gnomes do it. She's like, wait, never make that gesture ever again. Yeah, so that's where you left it at, right? You had just taken out the harpy. I think Brea recovered her spear from the water. And that's where we're at. So we're on the deck, right? It's still right around midday,
It's
right?
not
so
just
that
a
fight...
spear, by the way. It's a javelin, and it's called Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, forgive me. It is a very special javelin. I am so sorry, Leroy.
It gives me life when Mother Trucker says that she wants to use Leroy Jenkins. That's all. It
Leroy
just makes me
Jenkins.
really happy.
Somewhere the real Leroy Jenkins is like, I heard somebody call to me. I hear it in the ether. And you did take your short rest earlier in, I think it was the captain's cabin, right, where the hole was in the floor. And we'll go ahead and we'll jet over there so you can see that. We'll get away from this. There we go. We'll get away from that so we can see. So you guys were all. I'm zooming in on my screen, pretending the chat can see it. So you guys had taken that rest, and you fought the harpy when you came back out.
What's that thing on the map?
Yeah.
There's a lady with red hair.
How does that character sheet keep showing up? I don't know what happened there. That person. It was a mistake. That was supposed to be there.
I got excited.
Surprise! Tarask in the water. All right.
No.
All right. So I don't remember. I don't think Yuki didn't take any damage, did she, during that fight? I think she was just climbing the stairway to heaven.
Yeah,
right?
I never got hit actually.
No, while I was like furiously trying to grab her.
So angry. I think Karas got a couple of shots into the harpy too, right, when it was at the top of the crow's nest, but I don't think anybody took any damage during that fight, right?
Yep.
So now you're here. You know, the fight has ended. So there are other areas in the ship, right, that you could potentially, you know, search if you wanted to, right?
So if I remember correctly, the magic aura that I detected was over in this area, over not there.
It was like somewhere like down here somewhere, I think, right below you.
I'm trying to move my character, not select him. I don't know why it's not letting me move him.
Just click and drag.
No, it's only doing that when I try to click and drag it.
Yeah, it's weird. Let me take a look. Let's go take a gander.
Oh, I can
Are you
move
on
mine.
the
Boom!
select
Suddenly, Garmy
tokens
disappeared.
thing? Uh-oh.
All right, can you do it now? Can you move it now?
No.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Are
Does
you
he
on
have to
select
check
tokens?
the combat box thing?
You have the token selection thing active,
I have
right?
select token.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm on.
And then the little
There we
bracket
go. Now
next
I
to
can
it?
move him. I was
See.
remembering that it was around somewhere over here was where I felt it ping, but I was up top and I knew it was beneath me, right?
It's under you. You know it's under you.
I want to
It
go
just
and
distance enough
examine
at-
this room.
Sort of
If
at the
that's possible.
range of your spell, right? All right. So you want to go ahead and you want to see what you find in that room.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start going down and checking each room going down, and that's the next room underneath me.
So in that room, you notice in the corner towards the bow of the ship, you detect movement, but you can't really see it very well. Like it's
I
occluded
call out
behind
for
like, the
everyone
table.
that I see movement, and I get out of there really quickly because I'm
Oh,
squishy.
okay.
Something moved. It's alive.
Everybody panic!
And then me,
Yeah,
like
I'll
the
just
death
over
inclined person I am, steps forward.
So brave. So brave with those two dice, number two rolls and 2 rolls in a row.
You know what? I think Garmy actually hit more twos than me, so I don't feel so bad.
I think
yeah.
Silent, you should roll for perception.
Alrighty then, if I remember how to do that.
Since Garmy's like, deuces, back out the door.
Perception, normal.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let's fucking go. Represent. Okay.
Sure. So all you see is just the massive crabs that are clawing against the wall, trying to find a way out.
Can we take some of these crabs to eat later?
Ooh.
Sure. I say you go ahead and grab
Surf
some
and
live
turf?
crabs. Go ahead, and grab some live crabs.
Maybe nab some of those mushrooms that we're gonna get later. But don't tell me.
They're small. They're like the size of the palm of your hand. They're not like giant crabs. They're not like they're not
Army is a
super
little bit
delicious.
embarrassed that he got scared by crabs, but he doesn't say anything.
Wait,
Rolla.
Garmy's scared of crabs, you said?
No, he's
Now.
embarrassed that that's what he got scared of. Like he saw
Oh.
movement, instantly thought zombie, and ran out of the room.
And I just bring one back out to him, like, do not worry, Gnome. I'll protect you from the palm-sized threat.
Palm, your palm. That's like 4 of my palms. I'm tiny,
Yeah, no-
like
No,
2 feet
gnomes are
tall.
what, like 2.5 feet tall?
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
2 to 3 feet tall.
I'm gonna leave this room here and kind of like look out into the water. And is the harpy like floating or anything? I think maybe I don't know if we've looted its body or if there like we can get any materials off of it. Is it floating at all?
It like sunk below the waves somewhere over here. Because despite popular opinion, corpses don't immediately float.
Okay.
So there was nothing in that room that they were just in, except for the crabs.
Just some crabs crawling in the corner.
Crabs.
I was just using that to panic poor Garmy. It's fun for me. To see the fear.
I think I'll go check out this room over here.
And I'm gonna like creep behind Brea, just like picking my head
Just in
out
case.
over her side, like, you see everything okay in there?
So that appears to be when you peek your head in, it appears to be the galley where the ship's food was prepared, and all that you
Food.
find is
Potatoes?
well, the ship's been here for a while, remember? So I would not want to I would not test if salmonella exists or E.
Potatoes?
coli in the Forgotten Realms. But I mean, all that's really in there, other than like some mangled old moldy food and beat up cabinets and things, is just like a skeleton in the corner, just wearing like tattered clothing.
Oh.
And there's like little crabs crawling all over it.
He doesn't have anything on him.
Is there
No,
anything
you don't
special?
find anything of value in that room.
Is there anything
Okay.
special about the clothing? Do we think it's just like a crewmate, or do we think that was the captain?
It just looks like basic sailor clothing, very similar to the sailors on the Lightfoot, the ship that you came in on.
Okay.
So just tattered and torn.
But that guy
eroded
was
by-
a human and not a zombie?
It appears just to be a headless skeleton.
Oh, it's headless. Oh,
The plot thickens.
interesting. Where's the head? Do we see the head anywhere?
This stream not sponsored by Monster Zero
Stop
Sugar.
it.
Hashtag not sponsored.
You do not find. I mean, you could search, but I'll tell you because of your passive perception, you don't find the head anywhere.
Interesting. It must smell pretty bad in that room.
Moldy food, sea air, all salty and moist.
I just
Decaying
turn around
body.
to Kerr and ask her if she farted.
If they
Uh,
relay that there's a lot of spoiled stuff in there, I ask if they want to grab a container to fill it all up in, and we can use it to trade for more mushrooms. Because we're gonna need to pick up the trash to trade mushrooms as
To
well
rock
anyway.
the shroom guy.
Oh yeah.
Is it the proper stuff to trade?
I mean, they
They
just
like
wanted
trash.
moldy refuse and trash, so
That's
spoiled
a pretty
food,
good
I think, would
idea.
count.
I like that.
We can get extra mushrooms, maybe.
Do we have stuff to carry them in?
So we can have mushrooms
I
and
guess-
crabs.
mean-
My inventory.
I'm gonna go ahead and go down into the lower deck. So I'll go. Well, wait. Am I going into the lower deck or the hold? Which
Have you
one's directly
searched this
underneath?
room yet? I don't
We
think you
haven't
searched
searched
that
that
room yet.
No.
While
but
they're
I wanna go
searching
into
that
the
room,
lower
I'm
deck
gonna-
Anyway,
Split the
I'm gonna
party. I
poke
like
my
it.
head in that room,
it's
not
down the steps.
while they're searching the other room.
I'll come over here.
I just want to go.
Check
I just
what's
want to
in.
peek down the steps, cause
Am I
we saw
running a check?
our head. I put my head down in that hole and I saw something, didn't I? I saw.
You saw that there was a deck under you with another hole in it, and you saw that it was filled with water.
Yeah, I want to
You
go.
want to go down there all by yourself?
I'm just
Oh,
I'm just peeking down the
excuse me.
steps. So just like the right at the middle of the steps, I'm like peeking my head down.
What
I
did you
don't-
say, Yuki? You wanted to do what?
Can I run a check on this room? The top right one.
Sure. So that appears to be some type of crew quarters, and you can see a bunch of, there's like 6 beds in there, right? And there's just different personal effects spread across the ground. They don't look to have any particular value, but you see a painted portrait hanging on the wall, slightly askew, covered with dirt and grime.
Okay, so would that be like a history check if I wanted to try to find out like what the portrait is, or an investigation?
I'm gonna allow you just to pick it up and look at it. I mean, it's
Oh. Okay,
now you
let's
might
see.
run after you look at it. You might try to determine if there's something, right? There's a history or something else behind it. I can mime it.
So I just pick it up off the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna
Like dust
see
it
if
off.
there's some history
So
behind it. I
it's a
suppose.
portrait. It's like and it's still in good condition. Looks like it's some type of oil painting, right? Something that's like protected against the weather. And it's just a young couple, right? And when you look at it, across the bottom it says Aletha and Brastos together forever. And there's a black-haired woman, right, wearing like a sailor's uniform, similar to the zombies that were on the ship. And then there's the picture, she's with a man, just a young blonde man. He looks like he has like fine clothes on, like he's a merchant.
Is it the picture framed?
Just a real basic wooden frame where it was mounted to the wall. And
Is
if you
there
want to see if there's
anything on the
anything
back
else,
of it?
no, nothing on the back of it. It's just the bottom of the portrait where it says Aletha and Brastos together forever.
Are we just gonna assume that they're the owners of the boat, or would we know that?
You could roll a history check. Maybe you
Oh.
somehow heard their name somehow. You don't recall anything particular about this ship, the Compass Rose. If you want to find out anything more, I would recommend that you roll perception.
The compass that I removed was able to like disassemble from the desk in the captain's quarters. Is that just a normal compass? Is it pointing north?
Yes, if you were to attempt to use it, I'll assume you're doing it does point north as far as your elvish magnetist brain can tell, yes.
Okay.
Did you tell me to roll perception?
Well, the only person who's in the room is Yuki, so
Yeah.
Yuki would roll perception.
Let's go. Yikes. Okay. We'll be
Now,
timing.
you do see, on the, like in the middle of the room, it looks like there's a board that's like slightly ajar, right? It looks different from one of the other boards.
On the floor?
Mhm.
Oh.
Wait.
Fitted between two of the beds.
Just like a loose board on the floor?
Yeah, like it looks like it's all the other boards are very like, just trim and level and against each other, but this one looks like it's like slightly askew.
Okay. I feel like I'm overdoing the whole check thing, but can I like run an investigation on that?
You can. Go for it.
Okay.
You don't notice anything particularly special about that board other than it just looks like it's loose.
Okay. I straighten it just because.
Can I pull it up?
Yeah, you
Not
can pull
like-
the board up.
There's not like crazy traps on it. Or
I mean, he
anything,
rolled
right?
up he rolled a perception check and just looks like
Okay.
the skew.
Okay, I'll pull it up.
All right, so hold there for a second because there was a trap there.
Nice job. All I wanted to do was go downstairs.
I mean, that's all I wanted to do. You guys just ruining my fun.
Well, God.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a-
So as you pull open the floorboard, you can hear like the twang of a spring, and you feel a brush of air against your cheek as a dart just flies past you.
From the floor?
Correct. There was
Wow.
a trap under the floor.
I'm just gonna turn to Yuki and be like, "You should look better."
Ooh, ouch. Well, to be fair, I was gonna put the board back down. Okay.
So are we in
Are you going to search
are
the
we in
hole? where the
combat?
trap-
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Are we
to
in
do.
combat at all? Like, can I
No,
move
just a
over
trap.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can move her.
I'd like to go into the room and I'm assuming that the dart is maybe sticking in the ceiling. I'd like to, if possible, look at the dart and kind of see, like, try to figure out where its origins are, if it's anything special, if it's poisoned, if it's just a dart.
Sure.
Like, why would
So you
somebody put
find-
a trap there, kind of thing.
Yeah, you find the dart and it appears to have some type of slick kind of substance on the tip of it. It smells slightly off, like it was probably poison.
Oh, interesting.
But it
So-
looks again like it's, it's been there for a while. Some discoloring on the shaft of the dart, that kind of thing.
Can I take that dart and keep it with the poison on
Sure.
it?
Sure. Yes, you are. I'm not going to say you accidentally stabbed yourself with a dart. Now poison. Yes, you could take. You now have one poison dart.
Okay.
It pokes through her bag
Nice.
into her hip.
Stab someone else.
Yes, I want to search the hole.
Sure. So you find your hand rests upon a moist bag of some kind, and when you pull it
Moist.
out, you find 200 gold pieces. I'm going to use the word moist as much as I can while you're on this ship.
Moist.
Moist.
But yes, you
That's
find
just
200 gold pieces in a bag, buried under the back, pushed behind the trap in that little compartment under the floorboard.
Nice.
You're finding all the treasure. The
Yeah.
question is, are you going to share any of it?
I missed
It's
what
like
we
a
found.
dowsing rod.
200 gold pieces.
Nice.
Did we check all the rooms on the main deck?
I think now we have.
Okay, so what's his lower deck? Link.
Yes, you can
Now
go
that
onto the
we-
steps. Let me just
Why
move
can't I
you
type
here,
on
because
this?
there's only enough room to go down one at a time, right? So
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Garmy is going to wait to go down. He's going to let Yuki go down first.
Okay, since I'm down here,
We're gonna go ahead and roll
perception.
initiative. So since you
Okay,
went
yeah.
I have a
downstairs,
quick question, really quick. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I can't type in my little journal thing.
Oh, yeah,
so
I keep forgetting the journal exists.
you have to when you click the little edit button, it doesn't let you edit it.
No, nothing happens. I can't type in it.
That's where I did my notes last session.
Yeah, hold on. No, hang on. We'll do that. Give me 1 sec. I'll see if I can change
Do
the.
I have a journal?
Go ahead and close it and try to open it again. It should let you edit it.
Oh, it's there! It was underneath. What the hell? Sorry, it's totally there. I'm just, not really familiar with this, I guess. It was absolutely there.
Everybody's like, "Oh, there's a whole way in the game I can edit a thing and put notes in there."
I know, I'm looking
That's
at it now. I'm like, hold on.
And you can add pages and stuff, and that way, if you ever want to go back and look, you could keep track of your adventures.
Okay.
So
Edit.
we'll go ahead and pause that so that we're gonna roll some initiative here. Yuki's like, son of. And I mean, Yuki's brave, man. She is brave because she can't see in the dark, and like it's dim light down there, so you can still see, thankfully, right?
She
The
has
water-
a protective nature. She doesn't like to let other people go first
She
if
hears-
it's
she
possibly
hears-
dangerous.
She's ready to shank like it's a bad prison movie. She's not afraid. All right. So give me 1 second here. You know you love them.
Oh, they're down there?
Yeah, Yuki went downstairs. You just went to the top of the stairs. You didn't go downstairs.
I must have just completely missed that looking for my journal. Sorry, guys. I'll try to do better.
Yuki's like, yes, please. Please. Right now, you are in water, and so this is difficult terrain. On the side of the ship you're at, that water is about 14 inches deep, something like that. So Garmi's going to be down there just like jumping up, trying to breathe. Right.
I think seeing how deep it is, I'm probably gonna mount up.
Come on.
Mount up as in get on Brea's shoulder.
Yeah. But we're in initiative, so I can't yet.
Yeah, I'm just building the encounter real quick.
So you said I'm at the bottom of the steps. Do I need to move my person there?
Well, no, because now you're in combat, so now you have to move according to the rules of combat, where you can move up to 30 feet, or you can run for 60.
Right. I just wasn't sure
Right.
because you said I was at the bottom of the steps, but I'm
Ooh.
not actually on them.
Look at that! Look at that banger roll.
Is it only one zombie down there that we see?
You only see one zombie. That's all Yuki can see. I'm assuming Yuki is screaming in terror, like, "What the fuck?"
I don't scream, okay.
No, you just fall in love with the enemy.
I do. When it sounds like the Backstreet Boys, can you blame me?
Can we do a quick 5 by any chance? Is that all right? 5-minute pause.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got dogs that are like,
Sounds
"Do you like
good.
your carpet?"
Take care of the puppies.
Sounds good.
I'm actually gonna take advantage of this break for a second myself. Be right back.
Sounds good. I think it's funny that I tried to go downstairs and Ashra was like, well, what about that other room? You want to split the
Kept
party?
pushing.
And I was like, no. And all of a sudden, Yuki's down there by herself.
He
And he's
baited
like,
you.
and now.
To be fair, you guys are just right up the stairs. It's
Well,
not
I
that
moved
far.
over to the other room. So I'm not there anymore.
I think it's like still less than 30 feet. Like you can get there on like a single turn. I believe so. But note to self, before we go into any room or down any flight of stairs, just like see if you can do a check first. Because this is like the
Well,
third
we won't do
time this happened.
checks. So Husher will tell us if we need to do check. We ask questions, and he's like, I don't know. Maybe you should roll for that. But we don't decide when to roll. We just ask questions.
Yeah.
Or so I've been told.
All on the upper deck, we hear Yuki start screaming. We just roll our eyes at each other. And
Oh, like, what is this bitch doing now?
She found trouble again. Oh, a cat.
again, there's a cat.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Welcome. I wonder what's gonna
Fair.
happen. So we might find the magic thing down there, or it might be one floor lower.
It might be in the
Yeah.
hold, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one floor lower, which means it's gonna be completely underwater.
Oh, really?
Probably. If this floor is partially underwater, the next floor is almost certainly. So
He said
while
like
Husher's
14
gone, I'll
minutes.
explain underwater breathing.
Ooh, okay.
Every player can, if you look at your attributes, your Constitution modifier for Garmy, it's +2. 1 plus your Constitution modifier is the number of minutes you can hold your breath.
Can you re-say that?
So, what's your
attributes?
Constitution modifier? What's Karas Constitution modifier?
Where's it? What's that under?
The left one under Constitution. See, like mine's a +3, and I've got a +5 there.
Under
So yours is +3, which
Constitution.
means you can hold your breath for 4 minutes underwater.
Mhm.
I don't see any
So under
Constitution.
attributes,
Under attributes.
what's your Constitution?
Where it says strength, dexterity.
12.
So that is +1. So you can hold your breath for 2 minutes.
I'm blind. How did you come up with that again?
It's 1 plus your Constitution modifier. At 12, your
One, okay.
Constitution modifier should be +1.
+1. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Unless Husher's doing some special underwater rules.
So
I'm
who's
not a
got the highest?
sadist.
Probably. What's yours, Sad or Yuki?
Yeah, it's 3 minutes. I only have a +2.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's Brea can hold the breath the longest. No surprise.
So I get to go swimming.
I mean, me and Yuki are close behind with 3 minutes.
Let me look through my inventory.
And when you think about how short combat really is, I rarely end up in fights that are several minutes long. Like, if we go underwater, we can all hold our breath for a good minute at least, and that's 10 rounds of combat, approximately.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a long
Fight some
time. Then.
underwater
So,
krakens.
Husher, I'm just confirming, holding your breath is 1 plus Constitution modifier, correct?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah. It's like 1 minute. Everybody can hold it for like 1 minute, basically.
Yep.
All right, and Yuki, because you have a pretty high. She has a pretty high. Yeah.
Pretty
So
high
I'm
what?
just talking to myself. Doing great. So also, you hear splashing behind you.
Oh no. Oh, what is that?
I know,
Oh.
right? Because it's not a token. You're like, this is some shit.
What is that?
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
A ghoul?
fun.
That's me waking up at 1 a.m.
I want to fight that.
It's near the
Earthquake
hole.
that.
I feel like it's gonna go in the hole. I don't know that though. I'm micro gaming or whatever it is. What is it? Micro
Meta
meta
gaming.
game. I'm meta.
Meta.
I'm micro gaming.
Micro.
All right. So our turn order will be Yuki, then Zombie, then Garmy, then Brea, then Ghoul, then Caroused, right? Because of those amazing rolls that happen. But the Ghoul unfortunately was well below on a stealth check, below what it needed to do for Yuki to not notice it hiding in the back. So he can hear like water sloshing, or she can hear like water sloshing around. But it's pretty far from you. All right, Yuki. So
Okay, so wait, we're in the dark, so everything is disadvantage.
it's still dim light. You should still be able to see.
Oh, okay.
There's
I was
still
just
light
making sure.
filtering in here. The next level down is probably super dark, right? Because it's underwater, so your visibility will be impacted. And you can only move half of your movement speed, so you can move 15 feet because you're in water. It's difficult terrain.
Can I just really quick see how? Oh, that's the wrong button, isn't it?
There's a measurement tool. So right now you are 25 feet from it.
Okay.
So we don't know. Everyone else who's above doesn't know what's going on. We don't know what's down there. Is that correct?
I mean, I don't know. Does Yuki have a battle cry? Like, have at the demon spawn?
Oh, I feel like I would
Yeah.
just yell, "Danger afoot!" Come prepared or something like that, because they're just right upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right
Okay, so
upstairs on the other deck.
I just yell to you guys, "Danger afoot!" Like get the fuck down here, and I'm going to
So graceful.
move. I am not on character. Oh, I know this is not Yuki at all. This is Jordan. I'm gonna move. Is this within range of him? And throw a dagger at him.
Yeah, that's your max distance you can move right there, right? That's right about max distance.
Okay.
Can you see
And
down there? Is
then
there light?
Do the attack.
There's dim light.
Okay.
I hit a 13. I'm like standing on top of this barrel.
It's like right on top of it. Yeah, so you threw your dagger and did hit.
Okay. 7.
Oh yeah, that dagger just sinks into its throat.
Oh.
You can hear the release of like fluids. But it is obviously not dead. But
I'm just gonna leave that dagger
damage.
behind.
So you're not afraid the whole time. Sorry, I see laughing at me putting my dog in her crate because she's back behind me, just like.
You're okay. We can't hear anything.
All right, so so you hit it, and I will tell you, so you're not afraid. You can worry about that later. It did take damage from that.
Okay.
So no big deal, right?
Right,
no big deal.
I'm getting better.
What's the worst that could happen until the twos come out, right? Till the twos come out to play. All right. So, yeah, I mean that's good, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move now. It's the zombie's turn, who can clearly see you. And now on the upside,
There's a fly in my house.
oh well.
The worst.
Do you see my measurement tool? Can you see that? So make
It's
sure.
huge.
Okay. I just make sure. So it's gonna move adjacent to you because it's right with it. It's very edge of its range.
Oh, I got it!
Okay.
Ninja.
Natural 20 on that fly. Get
You see
some.
that?
Oh my god.
Now you gotta buy a whole
POS.
new notebook.
That's huge.
I know, it's
Hang on.
huge. I can't believe I
thing
just
coulda
killed
carried
this
you
thing.
off.
I'm a ninja. I am actually a ninja.
Let's just swap. You're the rogue
Wow,
now.
that's really nice that it's not here anymore. Whew, I feel good.
All right.
Good
so,
shit. Good shit.
Oops, that's the wrong button. Open the thing up. There we go. Gotta roll my dice. You take the combat
Ooh,
tracker
right
out.
by you.
I hope he hits that too.
Only I could type. It hits. So it just lashes out angrily. Your dagger's still in its neck. Right,
Ooh.
just lashes out at you. Hits you for 5.
Okay. 5. Oops.
And now it is Garmi's turn.
Hearing there's danger downstairs, and can I hear like the sloshing of water to know? I know there's water down there, so it's hard terrain, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would have seen it from above, right? When you guys peeked through the hole that there's water down there. You necessarily couldn't tell
That
how
being
deep
said,
it was.
I'm going to run up to Brea, mount up, and try to climb up onto her shoulders. And can I ready an action so that when I see an enemy that I cast Ray of Frost at it?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Sounds fine. I'm not gonna make you roll to climb on the back because I'm assuming Brea wants you to climb on her back. Like
Yeah, at this point, I've just like made a loop on
Like-
my belt for him to put his foot in.
she's like your battle elf, right?
Yeah.
A little saddle on the back.
So I am. That is my turn. I climb on top of Brea and I ready an action.
All right, now it's Brea's turn.
I'm gonna go down the stairs and get right about here.
Like I'm just thinking out loud here. You now have 2 extra feet to your height, so you might have to do something for him to stay on your back. Right.
Can I just say like I'm holding on to like her shirt collar or something?
Can I drop him off on those
One.
barrels right there?
Throw the gnome.
Let him hop off so he didn't get
Yeah,
hit.
I'd say it's fine. You know, there's probably enough room if you just kind of go down there at like a normal speed in your 6 seconds that he doesn't knock himself out on the top, right? Because I mean, you're 2 extra feet. There's a gnome on your back, but we'll say he's probably like sticking over what, like
Technically, I'm on her shoulders, and I imagine she has a decent sized head, so I'm only like a foot above her. We'll say.
Right,
Yeah.
so, where were you? So you were where on the deck? Can you ping on the
I
deck where
was-
you were when you first came down? You were right at the top, right?
Yeah, I was right
So
there at
that's-
the corner.
So you moved like 10 feet. So now you can move another 10 feet maximum. Because
Yeah,
it's difficult
I'm
terrain, so you
wondering-
can only if you're just walking. Sorry, so you move 10 feet, so you have 20 feet left of movement. But because you're in difficult terrain, you can only move half of that. So you can move 10 more feet.
I think I'm gonna hang out where I am and like just grab thunder and chuck it at the zombie that's near Yuki.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Boom, boom, boom. This stream not sponsored by Imagine Dragons. All right, go for it.
Nice.
Definitely hit.
That dice. Oof.
So 8.
I mean, you hit it and it connects, and then it just kind of hits the shoulder, cuts a gash, and then it keeps on going, and the zombie appears to have taken no damage because until you're used to fighting zombies, I will just tell you your damage. It succeeded on its save because of the damage, so it's still mobile.
Can
and
I now
angry.
use my ready to action?
You can use your ready to action now to cast. Yep.
Ray of Frost, same zombie.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, I did it twice.
Can I ask why Brea went first?
I readied an action, which meant that what I did didn't happen until something else occurred.
Something has to
So-
trigger his action. So his
Oh,
ready
Yeah.
was
okay.
when I see it, but it doesn't. It's not superseding her turn. But now that she's done, he gets to
Okay.
kind
Yeah.
of.
Gotcha.
He
And
delayed
you can do
taking an
that-
action.
You can do that whenever you want, I guess.
Yeah, you could at the end of your turn say you don't see any enemies around. You want to ready a shot it with your bow to shoot an enemy as soon as it
Hmm.
appears.
Like
Okay.
say
It's really
you're guarding
helpful when
a corner,
enemies like to go invisible on you.
Oh.
or you're
okay.
guarding like a corner in a dungeon, and you're like, I'm gonna hold my bow back. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna shoot whatever comes around that corner,
Okay.
and then as soon as it does, even if it has initiative, generally, I mean, there's some playing with it, but like generally, then you can then take your action because you readied it to do later.
Okay.
Chapter
Okay.
789 of the Player's Handbook, actually.
I
Tell that
missed,
to
I
a
think, with an
30-hour
8.
stream I just did.
It's true, right? Yeah. No, so yeah, so like you could ready an action. There's a bunch of other actions you can take potentially, right? So, you rolled an 8. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 to hit. That misses. I'm betting against the zombie. Do I freeze any of the water around it? Maybe.
Oh,
Come on.
interesting.
Yeah, I'd say it ices up, probably somewhere like right around here, right? So the water, there's like now a slick of ice, a little bit thick, bobbing around behind that zombie.
Interesting.
No point, but yes.
I mean, it sounds cool. Like you hear it. All right, so now it's the ghoul's turn.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, it's not all bad. Everybody's all worried.
I'm not worried. I'm
Oops.
upstairs all by my lonesome. I'm just hanging
I'm
out.
fine.
You guys are the ones gonna be screwed. I can just run away. Just kidding. I would
So
never.
then, yeah,
No.
so Garmy,
I
you're
would
gonna
never
hear
leave
that
you.
splashing definitely behind you and Brea, right? Where they're suddenly like, the fuck is that? Coming out of the darkness, right? Pallid, pale skin, like out, like just everything, just like thick, taut muscle, very lean, but just covered in like seaweed and grime. Just pallid. Imagine Golem, but more like Golem. Call me Golem, ladies.
Ooh.
Like not like my precious, but like he's ready to throw hands. Okay. So he moves up, and now it is your turn, Caroused.
So I have a question about that poison arrow I picked up, or the poison dart I picked up. Do I need anything to be able to use that, or can I throw it?
Trying to remember how darts work because you
I
can
don't
use
remember.
darts as equipment, right? They don't have
I
to
think
be.
they're just a simple weapon.
Yeah, they're
darts.
just a throw. You can throw it as a thrown weapon.
Is it Control F on this screen to like look up the?
Yeah, it's a simple weapon. So if you're proficient in simple weapons, you can just
It's not
throw it.
Control F. What is it? How do you look up things?
Shift space, I think, wasn't it?
Control
Or
space.
Control space.
Control space.
So poison dart.
And then, so this would just be a normal dart. The one that says DDB items would be the appropriate one, right? It's just it's a finesse weapon. It's thrown and it's a ranged attack, and it's a simple weapon. So I mean, honestly, it doesn't have everything here, but I'm pretty sure it's just you whatever you're throwing for your attack, right?
Okay.
and then-
So it would be dexterity. It would be
1d20. Yep.
And then
plus
the poison that's on it, how does that work?
efficiency.
It only matters if it hits. If you throw it and you miss,
It only
doesn't matter.
matters if I hit. And if I say won a dice rolling contest and know I'm gonna hit a d20.
just saying. Like, I mean, if that happened, yes.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure I use my dart how I wanna.
Yes, you
Keep
could
in
use
mind,
your natural 20 to automatically get a hit. Yes, and then you would roll 1d4 for damage.
So then what would then would the poison be doing damage, or is it just the dart itself?
The poison could do damage, right? It could do damage. That's just a separate thing to see how much damage it causes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to. Well, first, how do I Do I need to add this into my inventory?
If you want to, I mean, I can add it to your character sheet if that makes it easier for you.
Right.
Hang on.
There's nothing in my character sheet anymore.
You might just have to close it and reopen it because I have it open right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now you should, if you reopen your character sheet and you go to your inventory tab, you should see a dart in there now.
I can't see anything in there. It's empty.
You might have to hit reload. You might have to F5 and refresh the page. Sometimes it gets wonky. I had that problem before. Technology.
Oh man. Da, da, da.
And if you already know what the role is, right? Because if you're looking at like being proficient, you can always just do it manually. So you could do, /1d20 plus, your proficiency, etc.
Yeah, everything just. I'm gonna switch my screen really quick so I don't show anything.
D20, it'd be D20 plus dexterity modifier plus proficiency bonus for the roll.
Yep.
So
So it'd be a 20 plus 6.
Yeah, my
plus
screen, just
2.
like the whole Foundry just stopped working, so I just need a second.
Oh, no worries.
And now I can't sign in. Oh, why is this happening again? It's like what happened last Friday at the end. I can't sign in. Is this because I said I was gonna leave you? I wasn't serious.
Worst case scenario, is it possible that we just play for her while she tries to?
Yeah, somebody could, right? She could.
Reconnect?
All right, yeah, we can do that. Well, if she wants.
Oh,
All
there I
things are
am.
possible.
Sorry, guys. Maybe it just needs a minute. Nothing's showing up.
Pulling a bunch of data from my house, so it might take a moment. Since I don't have Foundry hosted in the cloud.
Okay. We are
Here, I'll
in.
turn so the logo is visible.
Let me just open all of my stuff again. Inventory. There it is. Beautiful.
Oops. Wrong button.
Sorry, guys. Okay, back to the stage. We're better now. Okay, so I have a dart in my inventory now, and I would like to go, well, I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to. So I can move 35 feet. So down to the stairs is 20. And then...
Correct. So then you can move downstairs, which would be 25. So you'd have 10 more feet once you get to the next floor. But you can only use 5 of it because once you get into the water, your movement is cut in half. So it's just additive, right? Or subtractive, however you want to look at it.
Can I stay on the steps and still attack the ghoul?
Is he in sight?
No, there's like a wall in the way. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to actually come out like around this corner because your character wouldn't really have line of sight. I didn't draw a bunch of fancy walls for you this time, but like you're not gonna you're gonna have to kind of be more straight. So if you stay on the stairs, you could. I mean, the grid isn't perfectly aligned. I'd say that you could probably still see that, but there's a post from the mast in that way. Is that a barrel? I think that's a post from the mast,
I think
right?
so too.
So to shoot past that at that zombie, I'd say that it probably has partial cover. Does that seem fair, Garmy? You agree? I think there's a big old mast in the way. I'd say it's partial cover. So that just makes it more difficult to hit, right? So gets +2 to its AC if it's half covered, if I remember correctly, right?
Okay, and so...
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it's +2. You can Google it. I mean, you can look it up.
5
You can move 5 feet once
Is
you
the
get to
bottom
the
of the
bottom.
stairs here? I don't want to be
I'd
like
say the
too
bottom of this.
+2 for half cover.
Yeah, +2 for half. Yeah, I'd say that's probably half cover, depending on how she moves.
Three
Is this the
quarters
bottom?
is
If this is the
+5.
bottom of the steps, then I can move behind Brea.
I will say that because of the grid not being perfectly aligned, I'll say that's fine.
Okay, then I will move behind Brea. Is that still them
Yeah, I'd say
having a
that
+2?
that maxes out your speed. Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's no +2 to his AC. You have a clear shot
Okay, so
at
I'd
zombie
like
alpha.
to move there. And uh, is poison effective on these enemies?
That is a question you'd have to roll some type of check for
Okay,
to know what you know about zombies.
I'd like to do that then.
What would that be? That would be
Can I do that and
Nature or
attack in the same
Arcana?
move?
nature probably, or religion, right? That sound
Maybe
right?
Arcana.
Can I
She's
do
not
that
proficient in any of them.
and attack in the same move?
Yeah, I mean, I think your brain works while
Okay.
you walk, so I'd say yeah, you could roll for. I would let you choose.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh. So
Nice.
from before the time where you were blacked out for 20 years like Sleeping Beauty, you remember that you came across or some type of zombie undead creature in the past, and you recall that you heard from someone of note they are immune to poison.
Is a
So you could.
ghoul a zombie?
I mean, you rolled on the zombie, right?
I was rolling on both of them. I guess it is two different people, so that makes sense.
Well, I will tell you that you cannot poison the zombie with the dart.
Okay.
And in fairness, because you didn't know, you also cannot poison the ghoul with the dart.
Damn! Okay. Shoot.
Undead generally don't really care if they're poisoned.
Okay, good to know. Oh, all right. So I'm just gonna pull out my bow. And
Does your bow have a cool name yet?
no, I don't have a cool name. Still just a long bow.
The Whippersnapper.
Ooh. Maybe not.
Oh,
And I'd like
sounds
to
creepy.
I'd like to go against this ghoul here and pull out my bow.
Yeah,
I,
I'd say it's not blocked at all. Yeah, you can shoot at the ghoul.
I kind of squeeze between Brea and Garmy, line up my shot, pull back, and I'm not going to use my special thing for this because I'm not using my dart.
No, Garmy, before we do this, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. If you're shooting at something that's adjacent to a party member, that's disadvantage, correct?
It's if you're adjacent to something you're shooting. If you're in melee
if you're
range
shooting
of
at something
you're
at 5
shooting.
feet, but there's another rule if you're shooting into combat, isn't there? I'm trying to remember if there is or not, off the top of my head. Cause I keep thinking back, like, if you shoot at something adjacent, correct, there is a disadvantage roll if it's next to you, right? If you're using a ranged attack. I'm trying to remember from
If chapter
5e.
9, if you're using a ranged attack standing next to me, make an attack, ranged attack with a reach of your reaching past a creature object, it applies cover. Those are the only two
Correct,
shooting.
so-
It's either
okay,
applies
so-
cover or it's a disadvantage.
Or disadvantage. That's what it was. Okay. So yeah. So you will. I mean, Garmy's on your back. I'd say that ghoul has +2 to its AC because you're going to be shooting past them, and you have to not hit your friends. So it's going to be slightly harder.
Chapter 9,
I
player's
thought
handbook.
Garmy was on the barrels. Either way,
I'm on her shoulders.
But
Oh,
Brea
okay.
is still in between, right?
Okay,
Like
okay.
regardless of which, there
So
are people.
I'm not rolling at a disadvantage. You just have a +2 AC.
Yes.
Well, the ghoul does. I do not because I'm not against you. I want you guys to win.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's
I'll
on the Trask.
okay. Wow.
That's still great. Like, you don't care. You ricochet off the wall. You don't care.
Yeah, you straight up just like beasted it, right? So yeah, I mean you just peek around. Brea feels like literally must probably feel like the feathers on the arrow like cut across her shoulder, and you hear a thump and you hear it scream in anger as you hit it for a lot of damage.
Dang.
Nice. All right, now it's Yuki's turn. Yuki, you got this. Get steady.
I'm actually going to try to hide, and is that make a stealth check? Is that what I do to try to
In
hide from this
combat,
thing?
while it sees you when it hits you, I
Oh, so
don't.
is that not doable?
It's very hard.
Yeah. To stealth in front of it, yeah, because I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I could say you could try it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything in the rules out that I remember
Well,
off the top of my head.
I don't want to try
There's
until I
nothing
get
in the
hit
rules that
in.
prevents it. It's just it's
Yeah,
hard
I
to
mean,
hide.
That's unlikely, right?
I mean, you could try it. Yeah, I mean, you could try it. I'd allow you to try it. Yeah,
Fuck
I
it,
mean,
let's try
zombies
it.
are stupid, right?
There you go.
they're
Logic.
generally not the most wise, right? Yeah, so I would say right now, you literally like just dropped down into the water, like real low. You're barely covered in it, but I would say that I will be honest. I would say you successfully have stealthed in combat, as ridiculous as that is. Good
All
job.
right. Next time, I'll know that that's just not a thing. I'm still learning.
No, I
Can we,
mean
can we
it
stand,
is,
like,
but
behind this
generally in
little barrel
combat,
over here?
it's way harder with it to disappear from a creature that has any reasonable intelligence if it's already engaging you, right? But I
If
like to
it
have
like
fun.
wasn't right up on you, and then it's easier to hide, but it's right up on you.
It's right in my face. Okay. Notes for
Yeah.
next time. And that takes my attack roll too, right?
At this level, yes.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you don't have like the bonus action for that, right?
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just wanted to
that's
try
next
to be
level.
safe.
The next
Yeah.
level, you get that class feature. I think is what I'm looking for, right? All right,
Yeah, it's
so now
a
it is
drone
zombies'
class feature at
turn,
level 2. Oh,
and
dear.
it doesn't really know where you are anymore because it's just a dumbass zombie.
Luckily, zombies are dumb. Yes.
Yeah, but they're dumb, but they can move 10 feet. So now it's
So
adjacent to
squishy.
Caroused. You are squishy. So now it moved its maximum move, so now it's going to go ahead and it's going to take its attack. You got high dex, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. So you just duck out of the way as it swings at you, just tries to grab a hold of you, and you just nimbly pimbly, despite being on a ship, and I'm glad you're not seasick, like it misses. It tries to grab on, and you just duck out of the way.
Cool.
All right, Garmy. Is it Ray of Frost time? It's Frost
Actually,
time.
I'm like, I'm sitting here debating if I need to use my last spell slot because they're like right up on them. Yeah, I think magic missiles popping out with them all around me like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna send one at the zombie. I'm gonna send one at the zombie and 2 at the ghoul with my magic missile.
All right, so let's just do the first one then. We'll do zombie first.
And I am out of spell slots with that. At the zombie.
I mean, you hit it.
Yeah.
However,
And then 2 at the ghoul.
it didn't take any damage from the.
I still do 2 at the ghoul, 1 at the zombie. I'm like, oh shit! Oh shit! Raise my staff and spears of light go in different directions.
You're like a turret dome.
Yeah. And I am out of spell slots now.
All right, but yeah, you hit solidly, and you hear the ghoul shriek in pain, right, as it readies its approach. And now it is Brea's turn.
I am gonna ask Garmy to climb down, maybe on the barrels.
Oh.
I assume,
So
can I say I did that on my turn before? Because I remember she did ask that previously.
Yeah, go for it. I'll say you already did.
Okay. I'm on the barrels
You
now.
already nimbly pimbly. I'm not gonna make you roll this time to climb off of her back, but you hop down under the barrels so that you're not like. I mean, those barrels are probably pretty tall, so you're above the water line, right? You're gonna.
That's what's important.
Don't want to get your robe wet, so you're gonna pick it up so your feet don't get damp, right? And then, all right, Brea, your turn. Go for it.
Since I'm kind of pinched, I'm gonna go ahead and rage again.
Okay.
And I believe I am going to dart over here to this guy and once again just earthquake the shit out of him.
Earthquake.
Earthquake. Don't fail me.
Well, raging is a bonus action, right? So
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah. So I mean, you just take a mighty swing, but ghouls for being ghouls, just ducks under your swing, and you hear it laugh, gurgly, throaty laugh as it ducks under the blade, and earthquake just flies right past it. And now the ghoul, because you're in its way, the ghoul's going to try to attack you. Who knows
Yeah.
what's going to happen? And it tries to gnash out at you with its teeth, but it's unable to connect. You just kind of move out of the way of its nasty, rotting, pointy, sharp teeth. And now it is Karaus' turn.
okay. So I am going to use my swords, my short swords. I'm gonna use.
Yeah, I mean, I generally allow that as a free action to switch your weapons.
I'm gonna use both of them. So I'm gonna one hand each.
Ooh.
And
You only add efficiency to the first attack, so we're gonna have to math your second attack. Okay, go for it.
okay, and I'm gonna get this guy that's right next to me. I can still attack them if I move in front of Garmy, right?
As long as you stay adjacent, it will not get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'd like to move in front of Garmy just to protect him a little bit more.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack with
Thank you.
my first short sword.
All right, so you hit, so roll for your damage. So yeah, I mean, sinks in, slams right into the zombie's neck. It jars the dagger loose that was in its throat. It's kind of grunts in pain, and yes, in fact, it did take damage. It did not succeed. It did not succeed on its save. So, and now you can take your second attack.
Okay, and I just do this the same way, right?
You can, but we got to subtract 2 because you don't get to add your proficiency on your second attack.
Okay.
You hit. Yep, you hit again. So you come in with the other sword swinging.
Wow.
Slam it right into its chest, and it pushes against your sword and starts to push itself down the blade.
Ooh.
Jesus.
However, I will not say your blade is entangled. You can still attack with it on your next turn.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. I don't do. That's good. It's good hits. All right, and now it is Yuki's turn.
Wait, so she did. Never mind. Okay. I'm going to, since I'm stealth, I can do a sneak attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. Just gonna move. Oop, wrong button. Just out about this far. I think that's close enough. And then I've never used sneak attack before. Did that roll something?
So with sneak attack, you get to add extra damage.
So
Yeah,
I just
if
do a
you
regular roll
hit it,
then?
if you have advantage on the attack roll, right?
Okay.
And you're stealth, so I would pretty much assume that because you're stealthed, right, and you have advantage, right? And plus the creature's also embroiled in a fight with Karaust right now. So
Yep.
I would consider it to be distracted. So if you hit, in fact,
Which I did not.
You'd be rolling with advantage, so roll
Oh, I did?
again. You should be.
Oh.
Right.
yeah, because
Oh my god.
Karaust is currently engaged with it. It's distracted. It's not paying attention to what's happening behind it.
Hey, that's much better.
I'm like, is that 3 rolls? Did you just roll thrice? Like, Like I would have just done
Well-
another normal d20 roll, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and say you hit. So now you need to roll for your damage, and then you get to actually
Add a d6. Is that how that works?
you add a 1d6 to that damage.
Okay.
Triple rolls, guys. Triple rolls is where it's at. You were throwing a dagger, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to explain how you finished off this zombie, or would you like me to try to narrate it?
I throw that dagger right into its butthole because it hit me really hard. I was very petty.
The old butt shot. I've died to that a lot in Call of
Exactly.
Duty. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie about that one. Yeah,
Right
so
in the
that
butt.
right in the buttocks, Lieutenant Dan.
Like if I can, I will.
Shot me in the buttocks. This stream not sponsored by
What?
Force
What?
Gump.
Dagger up the butt.
All right, so now it is Garmy's turn. It's Ghouling time.
Do I have a clear shot on the ghoul for Ray of Frost? Or do I need to move a little bit?
I'd say you probably need to
Avoid
move a little
Brea.
bit because I think Brea would probably be in the way. She's a broad,
I'm gonna
strong,
try to
empowered woman.
Onto this barrel here. Move a little bit forward. What about now?
Did you just like yeet yourself? Hang on, let me.
I just drew 5 feet, like jumping
Oh,
from
yeah.
barrel to barrel.
Yeah, I'd say that's fine. Normally, I'd probably say like you need to do some type of acrobatics check. That's pretty easy.
I'll do an acrobatics check to try to stay. I'll do it.
Go
I'm
for
all
it. Go
for
for
it.
it. Let's roll acrobatics. Let's see if you eat shit. Oh my
I
god.
eat shit.
Oh my god. You tumble off the barrels and fall prone.
I completely and in this
You didn't
water
realize it
that
was
means
slick.
I'm underwater. I am underwater. That means
Dude,
if I'm prone.
I was trying to make it easy for you, and I'm like DC
I
5, DC of
No.
5, and here's Garmy. Ugh.
Hey,
Like the boat shook
sometimes
from this.
natural ones are more fun.
So yeah, I was like, oh, we'll make it very easy. He's already in the barrels. He's cool, and he just apparently hit some fucking seaweed and just
You
face
see him
plants.
start charging up his magic from his staff as he tries to nimbly jump from barrel to barrel, trips and falls flat underwater, and I lose the spell, I assume, or do I still have it?
I would say that this happened before you were casting, right? So you still have access to whatever your spell is.
Okay,
if
well
you
then I will still Ray of Frost. I will get up, so I'm just barely above the water, and try to Ray of Frost it.
Don't you have to take your action to stand back up? Because
No,
you
it's
fell
half
prone.
movement.
Oh yeah.
Half movement to get back
Yeah.
up.
That's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, you can get up in the water. I mean, it's probably here, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's up to it's like
that water's probably up to your chest, right? It's like 18 inches or so deep. Yeah, go for it. Let's do this. Let's cast. Let's do this. Oh wait, you were just trying to move on your turn. Yeah, right. So
I was trying to move it, and then I was going to do Ray of Frost.
yeah, let me fix the combat tracker because I apparently accidentally made it Brea's turn. So yeah, you stand back up in the water, screaming gnomish battle cries.
For hit.
Damn. Actually, as I'm thinking about it, so your attack roll was an 11. No, your Ray of Frost just like shoots past it. Probably you were distracted from having fallen into some nasty ass water and then having to stand back up.
This water's freaking freezing.
I mean, it might be nice.
Actually,
nice,
probably my fault.
Did that barrel move? Did who move to the barrel?
I'm gonna look down after I hear the splash and be like, you should have just stayed on my shoulder. And then I'm gonna girthquake the school thing again. I really don't like that picture, by the way.
It's kind of creepy. Like really zoom in there. Like really zoom in there deep, and it's like, ooh.
I don't like it at all.
What? Yeah, I don't. That's.
All right.
Yeah. So you hit. Mm-hmm. I mean, Girthquake just slams into its hips and just cuts it like right in half, just right at the crouch, and it just dies, screaming and gurgling and thrashing in the water. Well, at least the parts that can still move up here. So, and it is dead.
All right.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Successful.
We'll leave those little corpses on there for now. All right.
I'm just gonna help Garby up on my shoulder again, so he doesn't freeze to death in the water.
Thank you. I
No
will
problem.
start using prestidigitation to dry myself.
Rain-X yourself.
Yeah.
I am dry now. Nice.
Can
Okay.
I investigate the ghoul?
You sure can.
Gotcha. Pull up my character sheet 1 second.
The rest of the
But,
time we're in this water, I'm staying on Brea's shoulders.
Oh
Ye-
god, that was terrible.
I mean, you don't see anything special about it. It just looks like it's been here for a while. My dogs don't like you dice rolling.
Since I know Garmy found magic over here, I'm just gonna bring him over and see if we can see anything.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can recast my detect magic.
But I will tell you also, Yuki, the ghoul's not wearing anything that looks like it was clothes, like sailor's clothes. It just has just some wrapped loincloth around it, but it doesn't look like it's wearing any type of, uniform like you saw in the pictures above. Right? When you looked at that portrait, it doesn't look like it's wearing sailor's clothes. Your insight as a world traveler tells you that this most likely was drawn to the ship because of the dead creatures to nom 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 on, like I will on an
Jeez.
RV sandwich soon. But probably most likely not part of the crew.
So where did he come from?
And then you do also find that, in the northwest corner of the ship over where Yuki's at, there is again that hole that goes down into the hold where something heavy apparently fell from above.
Oh, we gotta go check that too, huh? Can I just peek down into the hole?
Yeah, you can look down into the hole with your not dark vision and see that it's dim and
I
completely
keep
full of
forgetting.
water.
I can't see
Like,
the dark.
you can see that it appears to be very wet down below.
It's very moist water.
You're like,
Gotcha.
stick my hand down there. Still feels wet.
Moist!
It's still moist.
Moist.
It's
yep,
dark.
can't
I mean,
see
you can
shit.
see dimly that there's something under. There's crates or something down there too.
Oh wait, but can I listen with perception or something, or investigation?
You hear whales calling in the distance. You don't hear anything other than the sloshing. I'm not gonna make you roll for that, right? You don't hear anything
Alright.
below you. You have passive perception too, right? You don't hear anything below you. You just hear the lapping of the wood, the waves against the ship and everything like that. But you don't hear anything that sounds off, like an underwater Tarrasque or anything like that. Get ready to climb out. That zombie's still at. I'm still mad for that zombie dying to the booty hole shot.
I'm not mad. I'm at half HP because of that.
Well, yeah, one hit. Yeah, I mean, so what do you want to do next? Right, there's still the steps that go down, lead you into it, where it's submerged underwater, and because of I'm going to be fair to you, even though you haven't said it. There are three crates here that appear to be in good condition despite being in the water. You might consider saying, "Hey, I want to search these crates. Is there anything I can use down here?" Are you eating
Focus
Pez
on
again?
recasting my detect magic to see if I can't get a better pinpoint location on the magic item I detected. So.
Which crates were you talking about particularly?
Just randomly 3. Pick 3 for your fantasy. Let's say this
Okay.
one, and one over here.
Oh fuck it, we'll start with this one then.
Any 3 crates.
And then
I'll go to this one.
investigation.
No, I'm just gonna say you're searching it, right? You don't need to roll. You don't need to do anything for it. So in the Yuki, in the crate that you searched, you find 5 bottles of fine wine packed in straw, slightly damp but still corked and probably good.
Slightly moist.
They are worth 10 gold pieces each, most likely, if you can find somebody to buy them.
Not once
Give
we
you
drink
a
them.
gold bracelet for one.
You can barter with your own group. You're like, hey, I got this bracelet. You got a bottle of wine. I'm gonna. So what is it? The Legend of Drunken Master. Right. Somebody was searching another crate.
Yes, I went over to the one that I'm near.
You find a pair of candlestick holders carved from bones that appear to be dragons, like little dragon mouth. There's like a little where the candle
Ooh.
goes.
That's dope.
They are worth approximately 25 gold piece if you can find somebody to buy them. And you were searching the third crate too.
This last one.
And
Yeah.
so you find. Give me a second here. You find a potion of poison resistance.
Okay.
Nice.
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 I can poison my liver with the wine and then just drink that potion. Let's go.
Half damage, baby. I got half cirrhosis. What you gonna do about that? All right, so yeah, you searched all the crates, and those three you find those different items, and there's still that hole where something heavy fell from above.
Well,
Is his magic thing done yet?
Anything? Let me see.
10 minutes.
10 minutes
Probably not.
pass as you calmly remember poor Yuki stabbing that thing in the butthole. You think
And I
fondly
laugh.
of it. You're like, what a way to go. It's terrible.
Freya laughs.
It's poor. And then you do notice that zombie, sadly, unfortunately, also appears to have a vague resemblance to the woman in the photo
Oh,
I see. I see.
with
That's what I figured, anyways.
dark hair.
can I like tear off a piece of her clothes, just like a little square, and keep it as a memory
Sure.
of who she once was?
You also noted it was already missing a couple of fingers as well. Who knows why? Maybe we'll find out.
They're
Oh,
cannibals.
it's eating fingers down
Nom
there.
nom 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 nom.
I'm just gonna yell
So am
out, "Hey
I-
Yuki, you stabbed the boat owner in the butthole."
Wow, you guys are
Well, he
you guys
punched
are
me in the
brutal.
chest, so.
She. Wasn't it the girl? The
Oh,
female?
she. I'm sorry.
No, it was the guy. It was the male.
Well, honestly, once all the flash darts fell off, it's hard to tell the difference.
I know, you're like, those fingers may have been there, they may have not been, who knows? Yeah, so after 10 minutes pass, you have recast your detect magic right, and you feel a distinct pull towards this area down below you in the hold.
So it's definitely right there. I point to it and say, someone who can breathe underwater well is going to have to go right here and find whatever looks magical.
I didn't see where it was pinged. Where's it pinged?
Right about here, give or take.
Oh,
somewhere
I'm on the wrong
outside
side.
the
Can you do
boat.
it?
No, I'm pinging into the boat. This is the hole. This is
Oh,
the
it
lo-
shows-
this-
In the hold.
Oh.
Okay, I
in
see
the
it.
hold, sorry.
Okay,
Oh, all the way in that corner. I thought it was in a different corner.
I did too.
I might have done a bad job explaining it, but anyways, it's under the hole because it fell, right? Like,
It's
my
under the
bad.
hole, so not
Okay,
this
well-
side. It's over here.
Yeah, it
So
didn't
it's
have
the
angular momentum. It
magical-
just went.
So
That's
the
where the
magical
magical-
thing is the thing that created the hole?
Seems that way.
Well,
Oh.
whatever it was in created the hole.
All
Maybe
right.
it's inside of something.
Somebody,
Somebody-
I can hold my breath for a good 3 minutes, I think. But someone, if it's heavy, might want to carry it up. I don't know if I'm the right suited to swim down there.
So can we go back out and into our boat and then enter from outside? Would that be a shorter distance? Or like an easier swim? Or
I
is
mean,
going from the top the easiest thing because it's right underneath it?
well, I guess the real question to that is you probably want to figure out what you're looking for before you figure out how you want to get to it, baby.
Somebody
There's
has to
not
go
really a
behind it.
time constraint I'm going to put on you quite yet. So whatever you guys want to do.
I'm
So
just
if
curious how
something-
we're gonna get to the thing because I imagine if it's that heavy to create a hole through 2 layers of a boat, how are we gonna we're not gonna be able to pick this thing up? I would
Now we have
assume.
Brea.
Swim down and look at it.
But I also have 50 feet of rope in my inventory. I'm not sure if we can use that to tie around whatever we find down there and just
I also have rope. That's true.
We
hoist it
drop
back up.
rope through the hole. We can tie it around it and then work from the top to pull it up. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We have to find it first, though.
Well, my detect magic lasts pretty well. Can I stick for 10 minutes?
Stick my little gnome head under the water.
So I'm just gonna stick my gnome head under the water and see if I can't see anything specific.
Yeah,
Just
you.
sticking my
I
head in
would
that
say
hole.
that. I mean, and plus you have dark vision, right? And it is dark down there, but you can still see because there's ambient light from the sun
And
still
there's
above you.
I'll see the magical aura of whatever I'm detecting, I
Yep.
think.
And you can see that there's a magical aura below you, right? You can clearly sense it. You know exactly where it's at, and it appears to be in some type of debris-covered chest, as if the wood that fell when the chest fell down kind of tumbled down there with it. Little bits of wood and flotsam floating around.
I pull my head back out of the water. There's a chest down there. That looks like it's what it is.
Did he just do
we can tie a rope
chest?
around it.
There's a chest
He
down
did.
there. There's a chest there, everybody.
So we've got
That was-
buttholes. We've got
Oh,
chest. What are we missing? Oh my god.
Let's not.
Let's
Ugh.
not figure out what we're missing.
I'm just gonna swim down there and see if I can, grab
You
it
can
with my
swim up to
mighty
15
arms.
feet every 6 seconds. So,
Okay.
I mean, that's just mathematically right, because I think if I recall, swimming counts as difficult terrain, right? So you lose half
It's half
distance. on swimming.
movement. Yeah.
Well, do you want to take something like rope down with you to tie to it so we can pull it up? Or are you planning on bringing it back up with you?
Yeah, I think I have rope on me. So yeah, I do.
I mean, you can't even, depending if you go down there, like, you can't even swim that far, like, in one turn.
Oh.
But again, you can hold your breath for, like, multiple rounds. So, if we can kind of speed that along and say if you're going to swim down there, you can hold your breath for, like, what,
Can I
4
fit through the
minutes or
hole in the
whatever?
floor?
No, I would say that. I mean, you could probably widen it, give it 10 minutes in your axe, and I'd say you could widen it, but it's still like 15 feet, 10 feet below you,
Okay.
right? Anything you
I'm
want to
not-
try?
Someone just
Is it
awkward
worth it?
farted in chat.
Oh. So I mean, you
So,
could. I mean,
how
but
heavy? How heavy is the steering wheel of the boat?
Ooh.
Can we
probably
use that as?
25, 30
pulley?
pounds, maybe.
Yeah, we could use that as like a something, maybe.
Carry weight.
Try
Carry
to
weight
use
is
it to
what?
get some leverage and use it as a pulley, maybe.
Carry weight is
Ooh.
what? 10 times your strength, right?
Oh,
Is that what your
gosh,
max
I
carry
never
weight is?
play with actual
I know,
encumbrance.
trying to math it, right? So like Brea can technically, I think it's 10 times your strength, not your modifier, 10 times your strength. 180 pounds. Right? That's how much, like, you could carry a full-grown person. You can carry like 17 Garmies on you or something with 180 pounds. So,
Attach a wagon.
I would say, I mean, if you want, I mean, there's not a whole lot necessarily to do here. Within 4 minutes, you could grab that and move it under the water at half speed and pull it up to the steps, right? It's under your max weight. Right.
Okay.
So, do you want to open it down below, or do you want to open it up? Do you want to pull it back upstairs? You
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
gonna
open
pull
it
it back.
Okay. So, after a couple of minutes, Brea comes out, and, Garmy can't help but be entranced by her athleticism and her stoicism, the water dripping from her face as she pulls this upstairs. And
Goddamn, girl.
Garmy's just impressed. Like, damn, right?
Yeah.
Right. And she just, like, pulls this chest upstairs. Now, it's still in, I mean, you're obviously still in the water that's, like, several inches deep. However, after a few minutes, she goes down there. You don't hear anything. You're like, oh, shit, she's dead. And the next thing you know, she's, like, coming out of the water like a James Bond movie with this 180-pound chest that she's just hauling up the steps.
Yes.
So we're all going up to the.
Just to the, I would assume that at this point, I mean, you can move it to wherever you want. So right now, I'd say you're on the lower deck. If you want to move it upstairs, that's fine. Whatever.
Let's go upstairs. Where there's some
See,
light.
Brea, they're just turning you into the pack mule. Like, how
Lord,
do you
I
feel
am.
about that, right?
I mean,
So I like
if
it.
there's anything in the chest, I don't want it to get wet.
Dang. I'm just
All
gonna
right,
let
so-
Garmy open it though.
Plus, there's like half.
Well, before we open it, does somebody want to check it for traps?
I'm also curious if there's anything that's special about the chest. Are there any engravings on it, or what's it? Is it made of wood? What is it made of? Is there a lock on it?
It appears to have a lock. I would say just from your passive perception, it appears to be a somewhat plain chest, very well built, right? Definitely varnished and oiled, so that way it wasn't sitting there rotting down below, made of, oak and iron. I wonder if you have anybody with thieves' tools. That'd be crazy.
Gee, I wonder. Let's look at Garmy. Hey, no, give me that.
Hey,
Let me see.
Garmin, get your thieves' tools out.
Do
I
have to
do not carry
anything?
such items of ill repute.
Do I have to make a roll with the tools, or we just assuming I'm doing it?
Are
You
you
would
just
normally
are you
make a
trying to
roll.
pick the lock, or are you trying to
You're-
check it for traps?
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you checking it
We
for
will
traps?
check it for traps first. Brea, keep your face away.
After that dart. Pow!
Yeah. I'm just gonna like move to the side.
Hey, Yuki, could you do me this favor for checking it for traps, and could you roll that private GM roll for me?
Oh shit! So that one didn't count.
Yeah, let's not count that one. Let's just do the private roll.
Okay.
He's like, God damn it, no! I'm never gonna know what's true. I'm never gonna trust
Are you-
anybody. Well, we're not
So
gonna do
is he
we're not
rolling-
doing a thieves' tool. We're gonna do like an investigation, right?
Oh, okay. That one didn't count either. Sorry.
You can save the thieves' tools. We'll run those next time. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I can actually see the number on those though.
When you did the private GM roll, it did, or when
I
you did
can't
the
see them.
I can't see it.
I can't
you did
see
I
them.
think
the
it's just YouTube.
blind GM roll. So I'm sorry.
Oh,
All right. So
okay.
anyways, we'll
Those
take
didn't
your
count.
roll because you've already rolled like 75 times, right? So
Okay.
you don't see anything looks amiss with it. The lock looks like a pretty standard lock, like easy peasy, nice and easy. You don't see anything that looks nefarious.
Okay. So now I roll the thieves' tool.
Yeah, you
practice
can just
thing.
click it. Just click the thieves' tools.
Normal.
Boom. So like you don't even like Yuki doesn't even look. She's like, I got this. Just click, and the lock swings free. You can hear that little of the mechanism move inside. I will assume you're searching the crate, right? So
Oh,
you
yeah.
find a pouch with 55 gold pieces.
Ooh.
You find 3 turquoise stones and 1 pearl.
Can I have that pearl?
The turquoise stones are worth 10 gold each for whoever's writing that down as the accountant for the group. And you
Would
find
you say the pearl's worth 100 gold?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And then-
oh, continue. I'm sorry.
and wrapped in an oil skin, somehow just perfect condition, is a pair of finely wrought boots of elven kind.
Okay.
We know they're boots of elven kind. I don't have to
I'm just
identify
gonna tell
them.
you so you don't have to go figure it out. Like even you can identify it later on. There's other magic stuff, don't worry. But I'm just gonna tell you what they are to save you some struggle.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we can say that I use the pearl to then ritually cast identify on each of them.
That's fine. You want to do that? Okay. So yeah, you like I've seen these before. These are boots of elven kind. They're so beautiful. So for anybody who wants to know, just to explain, I know Garmy knows what they are, right? So boots of elven kind. These boots will allow you to take steps where you make no sound, regardless of what type of surface you're moving on. You also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silently. See how that word worked out there?
I'm gonna
Silently.
keep those. Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh,
I'm
God,
gonna
that'd be a
give
fight.
the pearl to Garmy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Roll them back time 30 seconds to make sure you have it so you can cast Identify Magic.
Yep.
A little brief retcon there. But yeah, so those are Boots of Elven Kind. Would you like me to add them to your character sheet?
Yes,
Or I think
please.
you know how to do it, but I'll do it for you real quick here.
But we don't know if there's anything else in the hold, do we?
I mean, you can go back down there and search it.
I found the item. How do I then add a pearl to my sheet?
So what was making this thing so heavy?
It's a 125-pound oak and iron chest.
Okay, the chest itself.
Yeah, the chest itself was what, as the ship was degrading over time, it's heavy enough that the boards are weakened and it just fell down into the hole.
Okay.
Nope, that's not what I want.
Yeah, I think I want to.
So you
There's
should
nothing
see that
else
on
on
your
the lower
character
deck,
sheet.
right?
There's nothing else in the chest besides those items?
You also find, there's one other thing that you find. Give me a second here. You find a small leather packet wrapped and sealed in waxed fabric. And you also find a faded copy of the captain's journal, which has been kept safe by also being wrapped in waxed
Ooh.
plastic.
Ooh,
And
okay.
you find a braid of hair stuck in the pages like a bookmark, indicating the last entry,
What color's the
which is
hair?
still legible.
If someone wants to read this, I'll identify this last item here. And while someone else is reading the journal, I will use the pearl and ritually cast identify on this last object, see what it is.
All right.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
I will read the captain's last journal entry to you. Our journey is ended, though I fear my own is to continue in the most horrible way imaginable. The Compass rose, wrecked on a shoal south of Neverwinter. Many sailors perished with the initial impact, and Aletha, the photo, the portrait, right?
Mhm.
Aletha was gravely injured.
Oh,
As I tended her wounds, she clutched her talisman and breathed soft prayers. I asked her what the talisman signified. She told me love. Her husband awaits for her at Dragon's Rest, having pledged his service to the dragon there. The talisman is made from locks of their hair, woven together as a promise to be reunited no matter what fate might befall them. It might have been a beautiful story had it not been for Aletha's gruesome, disgusting end. And the words of the prayer I heard as she breathed her last, for she was begging Orcus, the Prince of
Oh.
Undeath, to reunite her with her husband. I held her hands as the breath left her, and I felt a horrible chill pass through her. Next I knew she was sinking her teeth into my neck. At the same moment, I heard moans begin to rise from the dead sailors around us. What curse has she brought on us all? Already I feel a creeping chill take over my body. I am securing her talisman with this book in my chest in the hope that someone comes after us and may end this nightmare by bringing Aletha's talisman back to her husband.
oh. Wait, we didn't get her talisman though, did we?
That's in the chest. That's the
That was
other
the last
object
thing
I
we
was just
got?
identifying.
A little
Okay.
packet, right? A little packet.
Okay.
So, and you can see that the talisman is formed from locks of hair, some blonde, some black. Like the portrait with the black-haired lady, right?
Mhm.
And the blonde-haired handsome man in fine merchant's clothes.
What was the name of the two people? It was said it was the name on the painting, right?
Aletha and I think it was Brastos, right?
I've got it here.
So this
Yeah,
talisman
Brastos.
needs to go to Brastos to end the curse and get rid of the zombies.
And he's in Dragon's Rest, right?
He's somewhere on the island, yes. Seems like. I think if we gather all the spoiled food so we can give it to the mushrooms, go back to the town and get their spoiled food, and we can ask them if they know anything about this Brastos. Then we can go to them, get the mushrooms, and get some more potions. That's my idea, anyway.
Can I
But
You
just
all
y'all-
want me
really,
to search the hold?
There might be
Can I-
more down there. Yes, that's not a bad idea.
so just really quick, are you telling me that the two people that were on the boat, those are not the same two people in that photo, or they are? Because you are also said that the talisman is just supposed to signify love and that they'll come back safely. So I feel like I'm assuming that those two people were not the same two people in the photograph. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct. So that there are two people in the photo. One of them, remember, one of the zombies looked vaguely like with
Yeah.
like the dark hair, but like
Yeah.
nasty skin. You couldn't really tell.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a blonde-haired person. Like she was going to meet him at Dragon's Rest. She begged the god of undeath to bring her back to her love. And then next thing you know, zombies.
Okay.
Right? But it is the picture of the two people up above, remember, because on the painting that was above, it actually said for Aletha and Brastos, etc. Aletha and Brastos together forever. And the woman in the picture is wearing a sailor's uniform.
Okay.
And also, before we leave this place, I do want to thoroughly go through it with my detect magic a few more times at least. Want to make sure we don't leave any stone unturned here. And it'll take me. I'll ritually cast it. Takes 10 minutes to ritually cast it, and I'll keep doing it until I feel like I've walked the entire boat on each floor as best as I can.
And Silent is sitting there, Yuki just trying on those boots that somehow just magically seem to fit her feet. Like, whoa, hey, these are perfect, right? So, and Garmy, as you cast your ritual, you realize that as you've been, as you cast detect magic before, you also realize now that the two magical objects are separate. That you sent something from that little packet where there's the locks of hair braided together, knotted around two finger bones. You get a whiff of necromancy from that
Yeah,
talisman, for
that's
lack of a better term.
if I'm not a holy person, but this is evil magic. Well, evil depending on how you look at it. Necromancy can be good in some sections, but most of the time it's not good. Most of the time.
Generally, it's bad. All right, so just to recap, right? So you got 5 bottles of wine, right, from the ship, right? You got the potion of resist poison, right? If I recall. And then you also have the 2 candlesticks that Taylor's going to put up whenever she builds a yurt in the woods. She got little candlesticks, little dragons,
yeah.
breathing fire towards
They're
the
great.
sky. And they're bone. I mean, they're carved from bone, so who knows? Maybe they're dragon bone. Who knows?
They are in my notes.
All right. I know we've got a little bit left. Do we want to do a 5-minute break real quick, bio break deal, and then pick up again?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Damn ghouls and zombies.
Damn ghouls.
I do
Oh,
So
not
no,
go
while
to the
it's
bathroom.
invisible.
the DM's away, my theory is that Rossos is somewhere on the island, either alive or dead. But I'm not sure that bringing this to him is actually a good idea. If we had a cleric, and this is totally out of character, it's total metagaming. If we had a cleric, I'd have them like try to dispel this or some shit like that. But we don't have a cleric.
I have no idea. I just know that the guy that's down below is missing fingers, and there's fingers on this talisman.
Yeah, so I think one of the fingers is from the chick, is from Olitha, and the other fingers is from Grostos, and they're supposed to be to bring them together forever.
Interesting.
Out of character, Orcus is bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
You want to hide us?
You can just turn off your camera.
Turn it off.
We're all just gonna
Well, dang, y'all just left me.
rearranges this on the screen too.
Does it? Oh, look, am I game master now?
Yeah, now it shows 2 cross on the screen, and you're a game master. You are now game master, mother trucker.
It's me. I'm Chief Goblin Lord.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the Goblin Lord now.
You had one shot, one opportunity. The stream not brought to you by Eminem.
All hiding now.
So,
I just need like 1 more minute because I got to feed my dogs.
oh, you're fine. So what does raging do for me? Strength
What?
checks and saving throws, right? Advantage.
You are still level 1 barbarian. So it's been a while since I played a barbarian. It
I've got it
should
pulled up
give
now.
you advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a weapon attack using strength, you can gain a bonus damage to that roll. And you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing as a rage with your rage.
So when I was
So-
raging against that ghoul, should I have gotten
You
bonus
should have
damage
gotten
then?
+2 damage when you're
Okay.
raging.
Okay.
Which thankfully didn't actually hurt anything. So I mean, like, I remember. I
Yeah.
apologize. I can't
No,
remember
you're
all
fine.
the things about everybody's characters.
I
So
should
Potato
know
is
it
now
by now.
game master.
I know Potato's not game master. But it
What
does.
happened?
It didn't penalize you for us not accounting for it, Brea, right?
What?
Because your first roll just missed, right?
Oh my
And
god.
then
that
your
was
second roll,
okay.
you still connected just fine. So it didn't penalize you at all. So we just got to try to keep that in mind that you did call out that you were going to rage. But I apologize. I don't remember how to run everybody's character.
No,
But yeah, so
no,
we'll
that
keep it
I
in mind
should
for
know
next
it.
time. Lesson
I should
learned,
know it.
right? We'll remember next time.
I meant to pull it up before I did that, but I did not. So
I actually forgot to feed a dog. Hold on a second. She's very angry.
ooh, I would be too.
She's
Mine
very
hasn't
sassy
I
right
mean,
now.
I'm
hasn't-
always angry when I miss a meal.
I put her in her crate and I forgot to give her food, so she's like, all I hear is. "Arrgh."
Still want to do a quick swim around the very bottom.
Go for it. I think that makes sense. I think we should take this back to the island.
Yeah, so actively searching. I mean, you can if you want to roll for perception, that's fine.
Is the chest big enough I can fit in it?
What?
125 pounds. You could probably squeeze yourself into that with
So I'm
an
gonna, like-
acrobatics check.
Contortionism?
I'm gonna like do my best to put my feet in, and while everybody's backs are turned, my character sheet just randomly disappeared, and
And I could
as,
say you could at
as
least
everybody's
partially
backs are
fit.
turned, I'm gonna just like try to squeeze my way into this chest, and if it's successful, I'm gonna try and just scare everybody.
So yeah, so I guess you would need to roll a stealth check and an acrobatics check, right?
Oh.
Because you're trying to squeeze yourself into a chest. Like I'd say if you contort yourself, you could probably fit in a 125-pound chest.
Ooh.
Damn.
Holy
So yeah, so apparently your own group, I mean, based on passive perceptions, you definitely went above what they could find. And then you would just need to roll a dexterity check to see if you could fit.
I already
Acrobatics,
did.
yeah. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I'd say you squeeze in and you like just lower the lid down just over you, so there's like a little tiny sliver.
now
Wait,
I'm in the chest,
Where
and
did Karast go?
I start knocking.
Is that-
on
Did
the
she get
lid.
attacked? So
Shut
another
up.
harpy.
I'm still swimming.
Now I start knocking very slowly, in a specific
isn't good.
rhythm on the lid of the chest.
So I'm
Hey.
going to use my 50 feet of rope to actually just seal the chest back and throw it in the water. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Are
that's
you
all.
kidding? Wait, are you kidding?
I'm kidding.
Okay, so I'm still knocking.
Brea, you don't find anything underwater other than the rest of the goods look like they've just been submerged and damaged and destroyed, and there's nothing usable or worth.
I come up and I just sit on the chest. I just sit down on it because I'm
you hear
tired from swimming.
You hear the
We
lock
have a
mechanism
problem. We can't find
re-engage.
Karast. Nothing happened.
You hear the lock click shut when you close the lid fully.
You're locked in.
All
You
of a
can hold
sudden
your breath for 4 minutes.
Wait, there's no air in there? I'm all of a
'cause it
sudden
kept
like
all those
beating on the
things nice
I'm
and
like
dry.
beating on the lid all of a sudden. Hey, I'm in here.
Yuki, open it.
While she's sitting on top of it.
Yeah, I'm up.
Let me out of here. Get me
Okay.
out.
Well, let me go back into my thieves' tools. See if we
What
can
the
do
hell
this.
is in there?
That thing's
Like, I was-
making noise. I don't like
Since
it.
I
Karas
broke it open
disappeared.
once already, now the lock's just hella fucked up, so I'm rolling at a disadvantage. Oh my god. Never mind.
So yeah, so you hear the lock disengage again. You just close you're just sassy. You just cover your eyes. You're like with one hand. You're like click click click, and the lock picks open.
I hear the lock open. And quickly, before anybody can do anything else, I throw my hands up, I push the lid open, and I jump and I go, boo! Arr.
You see their surprise. See, you should have pushed it overboard, right? Because with it locked, she would have been safe from drowning, but then she would have started throwing up on herself because she gets seasick easy.
No, you said it was airtight. I would have run out of air and died.
I mean, you can survive for a couple of minutes, right? So you just bob there and then you start puking because, you're seasick. You get real seasick real easy. And the next thing you know, it's just chaos.
Wow.
And then they got to go rescue you. And there's a side quest to go find somebody to bring you back to life.
Jesus Christ.
Never getting in a chest again.
Not when you get accidentally locked back in. All right. So, and I did want to bring this up because you guys talked about it a little bit briefly. And I think Garmy might know this, but if you want to roll like a Arcana check or history or something, I can tell you a little bit about Orcus unless you just want to find out later. It's up to you. I'll just prompt you if you want to, because I know Garmy mentioned it.
That was terrible.
Well, I mean, there's that. We'll just do it because it's fun. I like to share lore. So
All of us, right?
and you both can. I mean, Yuki, her rolls for dexterity thieves tools are great.
Everything else.
Wow. Whatever. I'll just share it anyways. It's all fun. So Orcus is known as the demon prince of undeath and the blood lord. The demon lord Orcus is a fiend whose power rivals those of gods. Orcus rules over hordes of demons in the nightmarish plane of existence called the Abyss. Orcus yearns to transform the multiverse into a ghastly place of death. Many undead, such as ghouls, who are sentient, by the way, they're not dumb like zombies, worship him or seek to bargain with him for exchange for some fragment over his power over undeath. He's a bad guy. You don't want to deal with Orcus.
Why would she pray to him?
Because she wanted to be brought back so she could be with her love forever. So she.
She's
Sorry.
a jerk.
I hope Jesus totally stream sniped that right now. I really do.
Hold on just a second. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I gotta go check on my doggies real quick. So yeah, Orcus is a bad dude. We don't want to mess with him.
So
I mean,
I
we
have
can't.
catfish.
do we want to take this talisman back to the island and try to find its match and
Sorry, the wind
maybe
blew
break
my...
this curse, or it might make it worse? I'm
door
not
closed.
sure.
Maybe
I'll
we
leave
should
it up
take it
to
to
the vote.
Runara.
It's not a bad idea.
A what?
He asked what we thought we should do with the talisman.
Oh, did that count as a short rest or no?
Short rests need to be at least 1 hour in duration.
Okay, never mind.
So if you want to take a short rest, you can.
I would like to take a short rest. If we're taking one, I can get my spell slot back.
Yeah, like after all that, it seems like we should.
Hi, our fiance.
Hi, our fiance.
Moist.
Moist. Moist.
I have taken a short rest so I can get a
Did you
spell slot
forget?
back.
And I can't remember from your previous short rest that you took.
Huh?
I don't think
I
Yuki.
didn't use anything on that first mission because I have not gotten hurt.
Yuki, you can expend a hit dice to recover hit points during your short rest. Also, in case you didn't. I can't remember if you did last session or not.
I don't.
Your
think I
character
did.
sheet does not show that you did.
No. So how do I actually do that?
You should
Oh,
just be
just
able to click on the S rest button under hit
and
dice.
roll.
Boom. Yep. So you rolled. You have So you have an 8. So it filled you back up to 100% automatically.
Well, let's go.
So I can
Feeling
take a
good.
short rest as well, or
Yeah. You all. I would assume you're all taking a short rest at the same time right now. But you already used your hit dice, so you cannot recover hit points because you already used your. You need to take a long rest to recover hit dice.
okay.
At least you're not eating Pez again.
I'm eating catfish.
Hi Rex, I'm wearing my Lord of the Rings shirt for you, bro. Not sponsored by Peter Jackson or the
Sorry,
Tolkien
I
estate.
was muted to stream, but not to you guys.
Yeah, we can still hear everything. I'm eating Cheetos.
So, because I think Brea right now you have 12 hit points on your character sheet, but you already
Yes.
spent the hit dice on the last short rest, so you have to take a long rest for 8 hours. No more than 6 hours of. You have to have 6 hours of sleep or meditation. I know, I'm just kidding, Elf. But it's assumed normally that it's an 8-hour rest
Okay.
of non-physical exertion, hanging out, swapping gnome stories, talking about that time he slid off the barrels and ate shit. You know he's just like a bobblehead. Just blam, just down he goes. That was
You
a
know,
much
I'm
better.
reminding him about it too.
That was a much better mime if
And
I
that
had
water
uncovered my
tasted
camera.
disgusting.
This is why kale should not be food. Okay, so you take your short rest. I know Yuki, you've used a hit dice, so she's back at full health. Garmy has recovered 1 spell slot, right? So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to? You left the bag of trash. The first bag you left at the cloister, right? At the monastery type area. So you want to travel back there?
I say we gather a bag of trash here as well, because there's plenty of wasted and decaying food. So we'll have extra trash, and then go back to the sanctuary or town or whatever, and see if they know anything about this talisman or this Bortus or Brotus, whatever his name is.
Rastos.
That one.
Timmy the Undying. The Unwanted. The Unwanted Timmy. So it's gonna take you. Your rowboat's still there because you tied it off right at the mast. So, you guys want to head back then to Dragon's Rest, right? Head
Yeah.
back to the monastery. All right. So after about 2 hours, so now it is a late afternoon. What are you doing? We are back at Dragon's Rest.
So we didn't have any problems getting back there.
You want problems
Nice.
getting back there?
No.
No, I'm just
Like, do you want some krakens? We got some krakens.
No krakens.
Come here. Sorry, she brought her chew toy, which is the magic key to being on my lap. All right. So what do you want to do? You've arrived back after a couple hours. It's about an hour and 45 minutes by rowboat.
Should we just start walking around looking for?
You can tell me what you want to do.
I forgot her name already. We're looking for homegirl, right?
Are you?
I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're looking for her. Yeah, wherever she is.
Sure. So normally, from last time, she can normally be found at the temple at the top.
Oh, and I can't just click and drag. Oh,
You should be able to.
oh yeah, I can.
I got rid of the walls because Tay asked me to get rid of the walls,
Nice.
so you could drag across them.
We could just say we scaled a mountain cliff.
Yeah, you just totally just ran up that. Whatever. Oh, hang on. I have to find my notes because. All right, blah blah blah. Hold on, blah 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 blah. All right, so you find Renar at the temple where she is, dutifully like taking care of all of the little things, dusting, sweeping, making sure all the incense bowls are still burning, etc. And she greets you and sees that you're slightly worse for wear, and she's like, "Are you all okay? We
No,
know that you left."
Did we look okay?
we are not okay. We found the source of what I think is the zombie problem, and blah blah blah. And I just tell her everything that we went through and what we found. Show her the talisman.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second, because I'm dumb and I lost my place of where I was at. 1 second, please.
Also, as we were coming into the town and we were walking up, did we see Chirac at all?
He is around, yes, but you didn't necessarily go to where he's at right now.
Got it.
Normally he and the other human, I can't remember if I told you before or not. They can normally be found in the library, which is I think it's pretty obvious on the map, but the library is this big ass building right here, this room right here. So he and the other human that you saw in the distance last time down the path is normally in the library. Just give me a second so I can find my notes because I am dumb and
You're not dumb.
Take your time.
I am literally not dumb. I'm just trying to find because I lost my place and I goofed that one. That's on me.
Hey, I didn't lose my place and I am lost. So you're one step ahead of me.
They're barking. They're adding pressure. They're adding pressure to me right now. Woof woof. Hold on 1 second here.
What was the name of that evil guy?
Orcus.
Orcus?
Orcus. Okay. So, all right. So I'm sorry. So you came back to her and said, "No, we're not okay. This place sucks. I would not vacate. I'm leaving a negative Yelp review, like 0 stars right now on Dragon's Rest."
We went to that boat and there was zombies and undead, and we think we found the source, and it's this talisman, and they're praying to the ship. The woman who owned the boat prayed to Orcus in her last breaths, and wanted to be united with a Brostos or something, who supposedly is on your island somewhere.
Careful where you hold that thing. There's fingers and hair. It's really gross.
So she doesn't touch it. She sees it, right, and you can see her reach out for it, and you can see, she just kind of looks down. She sighs. She says, "I remember Brastos, but he died years ago, and we laid him to rest just outside the cloister in the wilderness in a little cemetery, at the northern point of the island. So it's a brief journey to get there."
What?
She's like, here's the path. Just go out the gate, right, and you can't miss it. She's like, but he was here years ago. Yes.
So that must have meant that the people were on that ship for a very long time. If Alathos, what's her name?
Letha.
It was long enough for the ship to start being weakened by the water.
Yeah.
I don't think they were traveling together. I think she was coming here to get him or to find him.
Right, but if he died years ago and she didn't know that, that must have meant that either the zombie problem has been happening for years, or maybe she was just she was gone for a long time on that journey.
Well, I would posit a couple of things, right? Potentially. That there was a skeleton, a full skeleton, just sitting on that ship,
True.
right? So it takes a while for all of that to disappear to just bone, right? And then the ship had been sitting there for a while. The boards were weakened. It would take some time for the ship to just completely start falling apart like that. And I mean, I would also kind of tie that with harpies are like sirens, right? They went to lure people, crash ships. Hey, food, shiny objects, right? So that painting that was covered in grime, right, that you cleaned and you saw that there were those two people, it's been there for a couple of years. But Renara, she's sad. She remembers Brastos, but he died there on the island waiting for a Letha, and then points you down the path outside into just outside the monastery where there's a little graveyard. Would you like to go there?
Yeah.
Grave is marked.
Before we go there,
I'm not trying to trick you.
this thing is been blessed by Orcus, I'm assuming, and I'm worried that bringing it there is going to do something bad.
Trigger something.
What do you think, holy woman?
Holy woman!
Holy woman.
I'm gonna wear my wig next time. I have it. Should I put my wig on for Runaro roleplay? Got my little white wig.
Please.
Please. She looks at you and says, maybe there's a ritual. Maybe there's something that you can do. I know that necromancy is normally. She's like, it is not something we practice here, and we don't have any clerics. But maybe there's a simple ritual that might set them free. I mean, you can roll an insight check too if you want to see if she's lying to your ass. Like, I mean,
I'm less concerned
silence.
she's lying, and more concerned with us not knowing what the ritual would be.
Would that information be in the library?
Maybe.
We still have to get some mushrooms for Tarak. So let's see if he has more trash for us. Maybe go get the mushrooms, rest a little bit, so we're fully rested in case something does bad happen. We can defend ourselves. Good plan?
Yeah, good plan.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Okay.
see if we can't find Tarak.
Sure. So let me go back to where my foundry is. So, let's like after just wandering back down the beach, you hear Tarak in the library. Oddly enough, just the place that you would have to pass through on the path, right? So you do hear Tarak talking to somebody else, like a gravelly voiced woman. You haven't met that person before. It's a voice you don't recognize.
Okay.
And they're both in there when you go into the library. Tarak is standing there, right, still in his same clothes. And next to him is a muscular human female, black hair, just basically buzz cut, right, really close to her scalp. Here, I'm gonna role play that like this. She's very scarred. She has tan skin. She's got gray in her hair at her temples. She looks, not wizened, but I would say experienced. And her tan skin has scars everywhere from battle, right? Anybody who you would recognize that. That she has like sword cuts and little puncture wounds and things that you can see on her visible skin. And you can see that she has one scar that goes across her left eye. So it's kind of milky and blind, right? She's blind in her left eye with a gnarly scar that goes down her face because she's a badass. And then she also has an elegant prosthetic leg of wood and metal that replaces her right leg below the knee. And she and Tarak are just standing there debating, looking at books.
I just elbow Yuki, like, bet you can't steal her leg.
Oh my god. You know what? Me personally wants to be like challenge accepted, but I don't think you should do that. Can I just roll anyway? Fuck it. Let's just see if we can. 13.
What?
No, we didn't.
No, I grab you by the back of your
just
shirt.
wanted to see
and I
if I
pull
would hit
you
the
back,
number,
and
that's
Play for keeps. So this person, she kind of pivots towards Silent's approach, and she's like, I see you there. And her voice is all gravelly. Like she's one of those radio DJs who spent like the 80s and 90s just smoking cigars while she played music. What's her name? Nino. Not sponsored by SiriusXM. But her real gravelly voice, right? Just, I see you. What are you doing?
We
You
were
look
looking
very strong, and I would like to use you as my mount.
She kind of quizzically looks at you and says, Tarak, do you know these people? And so Tarak kind of looks.
To get trash from Tarak because mushrooms.
And he says, yes, they're doing something for me. He's like, I'm not really understanding why you went to ride somebody as a mount, but. And you can see his tone kind of shift, where at first he was sort of neutral towards you, but now you don't sense blatant hostility, but he kind of seems unfriendly and stands back and crosses her arms. And the woman turns and looks at you and crosses her arms as well, and she says, do you not know who I am?
I'm gonna
You might want to run like
barge into the room and say, I'm really sorry about these guys. We just got back from a really long journey. We killed a bunch of zombies. We're figuring out the zombie problem for the island. I don't know if you knew about it. I'm sorry. We're not familiar with you. We're really tired and we're exhausted, and I think some of us are a little bit delusional. I apologize for the actions of Yuki. I promise she did not mean anything by it.
Can I
You roll
roll
Mom,
the
history?
first.
stop! You're
See if I know
embarrassing
who he is?
us.
Whoever has the highest, and I mean, Tay is the one who stepped in. Karaos is the one who stepped in. I would say please roll a persuasion check because you're so charismatic and nimble, like a jungle predator.
I'll take it.
While she's doing that, can I roll history and see if I know who this girl is?
You sure can. And so she looks at you, and her and Tarak's expressions soften, and she says, "I've been through many campaigns. I understand that the mind can go places that we don't want them to go." I didn't see what your number was here. Let me take a look. So
11.
You recognize from the description and your travels that this is most likely based on the description and how I think about like monastic books that have like portraits and things inside of them on fine ink. This character, minus the scars and the missing eye, resembles Varnoth, who you recognize as a once feared general of a mercenary company called the Azure Wolves. Obviously, age has taken a toll on her. She's now approaching her twilight years. But you recognize her as a famous mercenary captain.
What's her name? Did you say?
I do
Varnoth.
apologize, Lady
Oh,
Varnoth.
Varnoth. Okay,
that
okay.
I didn't recognize you at first. I may be lax in my studies. But yes, we are here to handle the undead issue and to run an errand for some mushrooms for Karak here.
So she looks at you and she's uncrossed her arms. She's more open and she's like, "I didn't know if anybody would recognize me, but yes, I am General Varnoth Wender, and I appreciate what you've been through. And Tarak and I will hold no we'll have no angst towards you. We understand that in combat and in life, there are things that traumatize us, and we act out of place and we speak in ways that we normally wouldn't do." She's like, "What can we do to help you?" And Tarak walks over and stands next to her, and they're both unarmed, just wearing their common clothes.
Well,
Right.
Karak had trash he was going to give us to take to the mushrooms. So
He did give it to you last time. You guys left it
we
behind
need to
somewhere.
collect it. Well, we wanted to see if he had more trash. I take that as a no. And we're gonna go take care of the mushrooms now, and we wanted to let him know. We also have to deal with Brostos's grave outside of out of town. Might be a connection to Orcus there, might not. We'll see.
Tarak looks at you, and he and Varnoth have they've obviously known each other for a while, and Varnoth says, "Sometimes simple things work best, and not all things that are managed by the heart or require the power of a full wizard to solve. I wish you the best. I don't have any other advice other than sometimes simple things are all that we need."
I'll tell you what, though, magic certainly helps sometimes.
She kind of looks at you and chuckles, and she says, "Yeah, we in the Azure Wolves, we definitely had magic on our side as well for many of our great victories." And you remember hearing of her from 10 years ago, when she was in her prime leading the Azure Wolves to the east in a mercenary campaign.
I think I remember a story of you trapped a group of warrior gnomes who had rebelled against the crown in a cavern once. I think that was the story. You trounced them completely.
She chuckles and she says, "Despite their small nature, they are stout of heart. And while they numbered many, we offered them much respite and opted to try to solve that peacefully. And unfortunately, many good soldiers died and many good gnomes died before we found peace in that conflict."
Well, we thank you for your guidance. I believe we're going to go get those mushrooms for you now, Karak.
So Trock looks at you and it says, he appreciates it. And he says, "Just let me know when you've got that done. You'll bring back the mushrooms and I'll compensate you for it." But he's like, "Remember, they have some type of guardian that protects their caves now, so I can't get in. So please make sure that you're ready for that fight before you
Well,
go down there.
We're bringing extra trash we found on the boat, so hopefully that'll help aid.
Can I
Yeah.
ask them if they know if there's any books in the library that deal with rituals pertaining
You would
to orcas?
So I would say none of them know anything particular about Orcus beyond what you already know, right? The god of Undying, the Blood Lord. Um, they are both not evil, so they don't really have any specific knowledge, and they're unable to point at any book specifically that might say anything. But you're welcome to search through the archives to see if you can find any details about Orcus. And suddenly a five-headed dragon breaches the waters as Tiamat rises. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so you have a couple of paths. I know we're running short on time here. Did you guys want to go to the graveyard? Did you want to take a rest and call it there? What did you guys want to do?
I don't need a rest, so I'm good with going to the graveyard, but I think some people might need a rest.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
okay if we can just go to the
What
graveyard.
time of day is it at this point?
It'd be like, I would say, you got back. Yeah, it's probably like getting towards late afternoon, right? Sun's still above the horizon, but it's not dark. It's not twilight. Not creepy midnight Witcher hour or anything crazy.
I
And the
don't know if I
graveyard.
want to go to a graveyard with a bunch of dead people that might come back.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'd like to have all my spell slots, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take a long rest. All right, so
Yeah, this sounds
I
good.
vote long
Yeah.
rest, graveyard, mushrooms in that order.
That makes sense to me.
I'm
okay,
down.
so time passes, right? Your kobold friends bring you some meals, right? Obviously the one is still checking his copper coin that you murder hobos want to steal from him.
Can
And then
I
the
can I
night
try to steal it and give him a gold instead?
you sure
Aw.
can. So you approach his chamber, which unfortunately is also shared with several other kobolds. So you could go ahead and roll the stealth check, and we're gonna go ahead and see how that goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not very stealthy.
I was gonna say maybe I should do it, even though I've been failing these.
All right, so I would say that you have successfully crept into the room with the kobolds sleeping. They do not seem to be aware of your presence. You can hear them just like their little reptile tongues as they snore.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear.
No, it's
Your
too
face is-
quiet. Damn you! It was so good. It was beautiful. I want everybody in chat pretend that was awesome.
I
Okay,
heard
so
it in my
anyways,
head.
you can hear them softly, slitheryly, snakily, sort of reptilely snoring peacefully as you approach the bunk. The kobold that has the copper coin. Now you get to roll a sleight of hand check. Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
9.
Oh shit!
So suddenly you hear you sense sudden movement as a little reptilian hand grabs onto yours, and you hear it whisper, "What are you doing?"
Dude, I was just trying to make your day.
Get out. And it starts kind of pushing your hand away. Go away.
I'm gonna leave, but I'm just gonna leave the gold piece on the end of his bed.
Trying to think if there would be a check here. I would say you know what? Kind of annoyed at you. I would say roll a disadvantaged persuasion.
You can't buy my trust.
Imagine if you'd won the dice roll. Wouldn't that be awesome? So he looks at it. He says, he says, "For me?" As he spies the gold coin glinting in the moonlight coming through the door. "For me?"
For you.
And he says, he picks it up and he just shoves it in the pocket real quick, and then he flops back over on his bed. And you can see his hand out, but still in his pocket is now he's holding on to both coins. He ain't trading. What are you talking about? That coin's important to him.
No, I just laugh and walk out.
So the night passes otherwise, minus the weird sleight of hand of magic that just occurred. The night passes peacefully, and there's no like random troll attacks or anything at night, and you wake up the next morning feeling refreshed, having recovered all of your hit points and your hit dice and whatever spell slots are still missing. Ba-blang! And now you're back at 100%. Minus 1 gold coin. I'm tracking your money. Just kidding. I'm not. That's. You gave him a gold. I didn't make him do it.
I assume
Oh,
someone's
no.
tracking our money because I haven't been.
I have not been.
I know how much I have.
Same.
I have written down what y'all found, but I don't. Bread, I didn't know it.
I haven't picked up any money, so
Reyes
wanted
become
to
the group
I think I
accountant.
found 55.
I found 500 platinum. I just didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot that you did that like
No.
2 sessions
Okay.
ago, right? Like,
Let me change this.
I found 200.
so dawn breaks, and do you want to visit the graveyard?
Yeah.
Yes, I guess graveyard first. Everyone ready in case things get nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So the graveyard's only about, half a mile up the path, towards the center of the island, and it's, clearly there. You can see it. There's some, gravestones, and it's just a little above a little cliff that overlooks the ocean, covered in white flowers. Right, it's very peaceful. Very you could feel serenity in the air. Right. All right. So I'm assuming, just to kind of help you guys, right? Like, no big deal. After several minutes of looking, there's not that many gravestones. You do find a simple wooden slab, that just has Brastos's name.
I take the talisman, put it on the grave. And look at everyone. I don't really know very many prayers. If somebody wants to say something, maybe.
Yuki might be the one for that.
I feel like she would, but at the same time, I don't really know the lore of this too well to make an accurate prayer.
You can be generic as possible. It's fine.
So it was what was his wife's name again? I forgot. All she wanted was
Aletha.
Aletha.
to see him again, right? And then that was their little bonding talisman or whatever.
Yeah, like, do you ever love somebody enough that you'd give them like part of your finger to make a talisman out of? Like, is that not weird as shit? But anyways, yeah. So go, yeah. So they did have that talisman.
Orcus, that kind of makes sense.
Orcus is a creeper. Yeah. Do you want to give a prayer? Do you want to just RP it? What do you want to do?
I am just going to say that I give the most loving prayer and blessing to him, and just do that the quick way because I don't really know any prayers.
Amen.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
as the words finish, those eloquent, beautiful words that are basically like tears from the sun, the wind picks up, and you can almost hear the world breathe with a sigh of relief. And overnight, because we're going to skip time, overnight after you return, you see a fog roll in, and then it just dissipates in the morning with the clearest skies that you've ever seen and the most beautiful sun. And so you don't feel like I'm tricking you. Yes, you have released the curse.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check on that.
I want to roll an insight on the DM to see if he's a jerk face. Yeah, so a fog formed over the island, and then it blew away to the north over the shipwreck that you cleared out earlier. But you could feel the pressure release as you finished your prayer. And the world feels like a safer, less necromantic place.
Well,
Aw.
I guess I was worried about nothing. Seems fine.
And then a kaiju approaches from the south, and so there you go. So that you solved the shipwreck mystery, right? You've solved the curse, right? Garmy did amazing things, simple thing, and released the curse for the zombies. So you have solved that mystery, and that ends today's session.
Let's go.
Nice.
High five.
And we level up, right?
Yes, you are now level 2. You all still have, and I know we forgot to talk about it beforehand. You all still had inspiration to use, so you still have that for next session.
Tay never used her natural 20. Do you want to think of something to use your natural 20 on?
You want a grave rob?
Can I just like now that the curse is gone, is there any way that potatoes have started growing?
Dear God, here we go.
Her
So
potatoes.
as you're walking back after casting your prayer, after the eloquent speech of Yuki, where basically angels cried, you happen to spot in a bush what appears to be a few wild yams that are just out of the way, just nestled in a little crook of rocks, like where they were getting the perfect amount of sunshine and rain. And you now have 3 fist-sized yams. Thanks, Natural 20. You're the best. I would consider that to be 1.5 days rations if you wanted to just cook them up. But yes, you now have 3 yams.
Do
For
we
yams,
want
which
to
I do
roll?
not know if you're going to find in the material.
I know. Do we want to roll hit dice for level 2 on stream? Is that something we're gonna do, or is it something we're gonna do off stream?
I would say let's do it off stream during the week sometime,
Okay.
tomorrow or something.
Okay.
And therein, the mystery of the compass rose and the zombies has been solved by our Scooby and the gang.
We still have not thought of a team name.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Scoopsters.
I toyed in my head with Garmy's Angels, since it's just Garmy
Oh
and three
my god.
three younger women. He's like
Army's
200.
Angels.
Oh, it's,
I think we're the
you
shit
actually have a
starters.
harem going on.
Yeah, we are the
Wow.
shit starters.
I suddenly thought there
Trying
was
to
about to be a
steal this
kobold fight club.
random person's leg.
We'll be the
Jeez
fire
That
starters.
was sarcasm. I was not actually doing that. I just rolled
You got to
to
be
see how
clear,
high
man,
I
because
was
I
for
play
getting.
for keeps. I play for keeps. Like, what'd you say? Oh, you said
But then
what? You're
it
gonna
turned into this whole thing, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm embarrassed."
Oh, you tried to take her leg.
That was a joke, but okay.
without her even realizing it until she's hit the floor. Like, who steals a handicapped person's fake
Now
leg?
Tarak thinks I'm weird. Dear God,
We all think you're weird.
he's not gonna speak to Thieves' Cant with me
Yeah, but-
anymore.
And then how are you gonna feel if you beat up a one-legged, one-eyed older lady?
What's your plan with the leg? Like, you gonna sell it back to her?
I
Hey,
heard
I
you were
found
missing
this. I think it's yours. Now I'm in good
Something tells
standing
me
with
she would
you.
need it, so maybe.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure if you succeeded, that she'd just be immediately hostile and completely not help you and not tell you anything helpful
Pretty
whatsoever.
sure she beat us to death with the prosthetic limb.
After she took it out of your hands, just start beating you over the head with her fake leg.
Freya is
Yep.
just so happy that she talked him into that, by the way.
Oh dear God, I'm just like eyeballing Brea now. Like, why?
Like, I'm just randomly looking at Yuki
I
and
saw
just
her
giggling.
come up out of the water, and I was just entranced.
You forgot I was an asshole.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, we'll level up off stream, because it's gonna take some time with 4 people, right? So we'll just kind of grab some time during the week to do that. Get your new hit points. You can level up your character sheets. I think at second level you're gonna get a couple of extra, maybe another class feature, right? Where rage will be more useful in some contexts or whatever. So we'll
Depending on the class, you might have a subclass choice at level 2.
come on. Leveling up is fun.
A what? A subclass?
I get to pick my my path as a wizard at level 2.
You're lucky. I have to wait till 3.
And then at 4 you get feats. Yay! Woo! Good
Yay
times. I
for
like feats.
leveling.
Feats are cool. Yeah, we'll level up this week and we'll go through your character sheets and make sure that everything is up to snuff and you got everything. And Rhea is apparently rich as shit because she's keeping track of all the goodies.
I got some money.
I got wine. Oh yeah, I should have tried to sell that, but next time.
We could drink it.
Yeah, let's not sell the wine. Let's drink it.
The group name is the Winos.
Maybe you should give a bottle to Varnoth for trying to steal her leg.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Well, yeah. So next week will be the mystery of getting some mushrooms.
All right.
Oh, I want to
Oh,
meet the mushroom
cool.
people.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
I know a
fun.
guy down the street.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Cool,
We'll meet
cool.
him tonight.
Oh,
We're just kidding.
Drugs are
Awesome.
bad, kids.
Don't do them.
don't do drugs. All right, that's a good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. All right, everybody say
place to end.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
We're all tired.
Oh my god. All right. Well, there you have it. There it is. Thanks for hanging out and watching. I have no idea what happened at the end. This was a lot of fun as always. Thank you guys for being here. I am pretty tired and I don't think we're gonna raid out tonight. But thank you all for being here. I'll be back on Monday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we're going back to normal time on Monday. I have no clue what we're doing. We'll figure it out when the time comes. But I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. Thank you again so much for hanging out and coming here and hanging with all of us. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys on Monday. If I don't see you on Monday, then I'll see you when I see ya. Thank you to Forum for holding down the chat. Thanks to all the people in the campaign. It's so much fun to play this and have this opportunity. So huge hype to them. And thanks to all of you guys for being here. Thanks to everybody who followed. If you followed, welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll see everybody on Monday. Don't forget to be kind. Tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody you appreciate them. Give somebody a compliment. I love you. I appreciate you. And you look great today. Have a good weekend, you guys. Okay? Have the best weekend. You can only have a good weekend. You only good weekends. All right. Have a good night, you guys. Bye.